Hello and welcome to the high school football MVCC Game of the Week powered by Frickers and Miami Valley Adapted Sports. It's week number 8 and we kick off the 4th week of conference play here at Mac-Humman Field in Oakwood, Ohio, where the 2-5 Oakwood Lumberjacks are set to host the 6-1 Valley View Spartans. Thanks for being with us. I'm Jared Bergstrom alongside my partner Jeff Allen. Quick recap of where the playoff standings are coming into week number 8. The Germantown Valley View Spartans are number 2 in the region at 6-1 behind Cincinnati, Wyoming, who looks like they'll really lock up that number 1 spot unless they get upset somewhere here in the last 2 weeks.
Very good team, Jared.
And then looking down, Oakwood is not on this list as the top 8 make the playoffs, but Oakwood sits here at 13, and they still are mathematically in it. If they can get a few wins here, they could get back into this. But quick recap, what happened last week for the Valley View Spartans?
Well, Jared, the Valley View Spartans picked up an impressive win as they dominated the Fighting Hornets from Monroe, 41-7. Spartans junior running back Colin Ginslinger, so impressive. He had 3 touchdowns and totaled up 148 yards rushing. So if the Spartans want to continue their winning ways tonight, they're going to have to continue the rush to onslaught with Ginslinger. And, Jared, how did the Lumberjacks fare last week against the Eaton Eagles?
Well, the Oakwood Lumberjacks picked up their 2nd win in a row in an impressive come-from-behind win to beat the Eaton Eagles, 41-34. A 27-point third quarter rally really helped put the Lumberjacks back in the game as they dug themselves out from a 20-7 halftime deficit. Lumberjacks quarterback Brian Irby really put the game in his own hands, throwing for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns, also rushing for 15 yards and another score. So 4 total touchdowns by Irby, and the Spartans are going to have to watch out for him tonight because he also has the elusiveness to come out of the backfield. Quick recap of last year's games. These two teams combined for 8 touchdowns, 4 in the fourth quarter, 3 by the Spartans, which was a 28-7 halftime lead. But the Lumberjacks stormed back late, scoring 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion to win 29-28 behind Michael Hoyt in 4 rushing touchdowns in that game. It is 63 degrees with a few clouds here.
Great night for football.
Very great night. Quick about this is the Spartans' first-year head coach for Bob Skidmore. He's been here for 29 years as a Valley View assistant coach, 25 behind the most successful. And then what about Butch Snyder and Oakwood?
Well, Butch Snyder, he's going into his 2nd year, 5-5 record in his first year at the helm, 2-5 this year, so already matching his loss total. Not a good sign for the young head coach. 7-10 overall record, as I just stated. But 2 years as Stebbins, 6 years as Beaver Creek offensive coordinator, so good experience for a solid coach.
He has the coordinators.
Definitely.
Nice rendition there of the national anthem sung by Oakwood Elementary. So, some quick keys to the game here for Valley View, what they need to do to try to pick up another win on the night. Valley View needs to continue to utilize running back Colin Ginslinger. Last week, 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. This kid is fast, and he has the ability to break away the tackles. So, I mean, if the Spartans want to have a chance to win tonight, they're going to have to use this kid and use him all night.
Yes, indeed.
Keep running behind that offensive line. 6th best rushing attack in the SWBL. Rushing as a team, the Spartans' offensive line is getting great push on the ball. 225 rushing yards. Defensively, for the Spartans, they got to watch out for Brian Irby. 280 passing yards and 3 touchdowns last week. This kid can run the ball too, so they have to watch out for him coming out of the backfield. Finally, defensively, you're going to have to limit the penalties. This year, the Spartans have found themselves piling up the penalties early in the game. So remember, remember to stay on your side of the ball and don't jump before the ball is hiked. What has to happen for the Lumberjacks tonight to pick up a win, Jeff?
Well, continue the aerial attack with Brian Irby, as you mentioned. Well, you read his season stats earlier in your key for the Spartans defensively, and numbers do not lie. If the Lumberjacks want to have a shot in this game, they're going to have to continue utilizing Irby's arm to keep them in this game. Target Connor Dinkler and Nick Amangaro on the edge on one-on-one. Valley View won't be able to double cover both of them, so one of the receivers should be able to get the one-on-one advantage. Defensively, stop Colin Genslinger. Genslinger is on pace for a 1,000-yard season coming into tonight's game, having 844 yards. Genslinger is quick and elusive and has great tackle-breaking ability. So if you can't corral him in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, you're going to have a long and tiresome night defensively. Limit penalties. Some younger players out there on the team in spots, and penalties is the #1 drive killer. And against the Valley View Spartans squad, you need to utilize every position that you have. Force turnovers on this team too. So keep the pressure heavy all night.
And now it's for tonight's predictions. So, Jeff, who do you think is going to come out with? Well, first off, I think the Valley View Spartans are going to come in, win, and dominate this from the beginning. 6-1 against 2-5 is hard to come by. So who do you think is going to win tonight, Jeff?
I think Valley View is going to take this one. As you said, very dominating throughout the season. So I guess we'll see how it turns out. All
right. You see here coming out of the kickoff, and Valley View kind of squibbed it off the ground, maybe trying to catch the Lumberjacks off guard, and actually pretty good starting field position as they're going to start out at the 31.
They attempted to catch him off guard there with sort of an onside squib combination. I don't know what they're trying to get at with their strategy there, but not too bad field position for Oakwood, as you just pointed out. So let's see if Brian Irby can come out here.
And that's going to be the player to watch offensively. Number 12, the man in shotgun formation. As he throws quick out.
#1 target, Connor Dinkler on that catch.
Number 17, Dinkler with a catch, and he'll maybe pick up about 2 on the play.
And Connor Dinkler has been so impressive this season. 2nd in receptions in the Southwest Buckeye League. 2nd in receiving yards with 602 yards. And tied for 1st in touchdowns, a 3-way tie with 8 touchdowns. So definitely a very valuable weapon. Watching him in warm-ups, he did not drop 1 pass.
A high snap there taken by Irby, but he's on the run, and he's going to keep it himself. And he hit hard there at the end of the play, maybe picks up 2.
Absolutely clobbered there by number 10, Logan Hanna, junior out of Valley View. Spartan came diagonally downhill across the play to make the play.
Actually, it was a loss of 4, so 3rd and very long here, 14 yards to go here. This is where you cannot find yourself in 3rd and way too long if you want to try to keep yourself in this game.
So here we go. Oakwood already facing a 3-and-out situation.
Flag false start there for the Oakwood. No, encroachment against the Spartans, so that'll give the Lumberjacks 5 yards.
So the Jacks have the advantage on this flag thrown.
So now it's 3rd and 9. Oakwood's lucky that flag was thrown because that ball was over Irby's head.
What is this center doing?
I don't know. That's 3rd straight high snap. So, I mean, maybe Irby's going to have to go into normal stance. There's a little bit better. Back to pass. Double covered.
Bob.
Dinkler comes down with it.
Amazing catch by #1 wide receiver for Oakwood,
I
Connor
think it was
Dinkler.
actually called incomplete.
Oh.
It looks like it hit the ground when he came down with it. So
close to a 3rd down conversion there. And an exhilarating play, almost made by Brian Irby and Connor Dinkler. The combination that has been connected so many times this season.
Looks like number 25, Randy Jones, is on to punt for the Lumberjacks. Back to receive. Looks like number 22, P.J. Vardani, kicks high. Driving back. He did not call for a fair catch. He has a hold of the outside.
He has
Still
some
going,
space here.
and here comes the flag. And I'm going to say maybe a face mask on that one.
Most likely. So solid, almost double-digit return there by Varnado, the junior running back. And here we go. You'll see for the Spartans take number 2, Colin Wood, out on the field. He's a 6'3" junior quarterback. And he has been lethal this season as well. 884 yards, 12 touchdowns. And on the ground, 277 yards and 2 touchdowns.
As you can see there, the refs are marking off. It was a chop block on the return there for the Spartans, so that'll back them up. They were at about almost the 35. Now they're going to have to start at the 15, so almost a 20-yard penalty.
So here we'll see Colin Wood and the Spartans take over, and a beautiful night for football.
I love the 3-receiver formation down here to the bottom, and nobody's covering the middle 2 receivers. And Colin Wood keeps it.
No, that's Genslinger up the middle.
Genslinger.
So already a solid run to start them off. Gained about 8 on that one. So Genslinger, as we mentioned in pregame, so effective all season on both sides of the ball. Running and receiving, actually. 844 rushing yards, 11 rushing touchdowns, 210 receiving yards, 3 receiving touchdowns, 197 kick return yards. This man can do it all.
He's all over that field. Maybe we should put a 1,000-yard tracker up because he could eventually break that tonight. As the quick pass here goes to number 24. That is Micah Matherson, and he has the first down for the Spartans as about a gain of maybe 15 on the play.
And Micah Matheson, as well, a key player for the Valley View Spartans, coming in with this game as a receiver, 267 yards, 4 touchdowns, and on the other side of the ball, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, and 3 picks.
And it looks like he's actually hurt. Yes, that is him, number 24, Micah Matheson, the kid who just picked up the first. Maybe if we can see a replay, see if he got tackled low or something, going towards that sideline.
And this is not good for the Spartans. One of their number 1 playmakers down right here. As you can see, the trainers are out there attending to him.
He is moving his extremities, so it is good to see them moving.
Brutal to see such an effective player down this early, Jared.
I know we're just under 3 minutes into the game, and you already got probably your second best receiver probably out for at least the near future of this game.
Statistically, he is the best receiver on the roster and the best defensive back as well.
So you're losing really 2 key players here with the loss of 1.
Very much so. This could be a big key to the game here early.
Tonight's MVCC High School Football Game of the Week, powered by Frickers, is being filmed by the Miami Valley Communications Council and media students from Centerville and Kettering Fairmont High Schools. Go to our website, mvcc.net, to find our schedule for rebroadcast of the game. And while you're there, also check out other cool features such as class information, staff bios, and information about what MVCC really does to make sure you have the best viewing experience. Visit mvcc.net now.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Miami Valley Adapted Sports. MVAS is a Paralympic sports club that provides recreational and competitive sporting opportunities for individuals with physical disabilities. Visit MiamiValleyAdaptedSports.org for more information.
You can see here all the players for Valley View offensively is kneeled.
Very emotional time for the Spartans.
Yeah, you've seen that the paramedics have actually had to be on call.
As you can see on your screen, Spartans very disappointed, and they're bringing. Is that a stretcher?
I believe it's a mobile stretcher they have there.
And this cannot be good, folks. Key player going down early. And both sidelines hate to see this one. This is not good.
It is not, and you hate to see it. I mean, the kid, he's only he is a senior, so, I mean, you don't want his career to end tonight on a play that I didn't see him really look like he got hurt. I didn't see where he could have.
And as you can see in the background there, a few Spartans with tears.
this is going to be a major loss, and I'm going to assume he's going to be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, this is brutal. So I guess we'll see how the Spartans react. A little extra motivation going into this one. So brutal loss here early. Jared, how do you think Valley View is going to take this?
Well, there's two ways you can take this. You can take this and use it as fire to make yourself come out and win the rest of this game for him, or you can't really, or they could let it get in their heads, and you don't want to get in their head, and you're going to want to take the risk of anybody else risking an injury. I mean,
yeah, and despite the mental and emotional factors, there's so much production there that they're losing. So I think that they're probably going to bring out the ambulance for this one. I think so.
Well, I don't know what the field condition the ambulance could do the drive across, but they have the gator there. As you can see, it was just brought in.
This could not be good at all.
I mean, if you look across this field, I mean, everybody's worried about what has happened. This is good, pure sportsmanship by both sides.
Despite the competitiveness that comes with this game every year, this is just, it's still a kid. There's still kids out there.
He's still a high school senior. He's only 18 years old.
No, at least 18 years old. It's just sad to see. So 0-0 here. Neither team got anything going before this really happened.
Well, Genslinger had that good 8-yard run, and then Matheson had that good 15-yard catch and run there. But
the end around.
This does not look good for the Spartans at all.
Mm-hmm. So fears confirmed here. As you can see in the back of your screen, they're going to bring an ambulance on this one.
I think they're going to back that up all the way to the track because, no, don't start singing that song. You can see there he's giving, it looked like a thumbs up.
So giving the fans perhaps some encouragement for his carried off here. And a standing ovation by everyone in the field for young senior Micah Matheson. There, as you can see, the Oakwood medics out there. We're driving him off on the gator. This one will continue. But young playmaker Micah Matheson will not be forgotten tonight here, folks. Not at all.
No. And now, if you're Valley View, you have to get this behind you and really just restart this game.
It's going to be hard to fill the void, but it can be done with spirit.
Right. And that's why in high school football, and really any football, it's next man up, and his replacement's going to have to step up and really probably have his best game of his career too.
It's time to man up, get some fire in your heart, and play for your brother. There we go. Very sad sight.
That might be his mother.
And carried off on the Oakwood High School. Gator there off the field as they're going to take him around the track and to the ambulance truck. And very melancholy scene, but this game will proceed.
As you can see there, they have an air cast on his left leg, so you don't want to proceed to predict the worst, but I mean, that didn't look good. Maybe a broken leg, broken ankle.
Here we go, right back into play.
Back live here. Matt Cumminfield, 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks, or Spartans at the 39. Wood back to pass. He throws it to Genslinger. Genslinger has a first down.
Oh.
Genslinger, beautiful cut to the outside, and he's into Lumberjack territory. So that's about 22 on the catch there.
So sudden burst by Genslinger, and if you're the Lumberjacks, you cannot let that kid get into open field.
Genslinger, he's finally going to emerge from Jake Netherton's shadow. Netherton was a all-around, all Southwest Buckeye League first team the last 3 years, and when he transferred to Miamisburg,
An incredible game.
Incredible so far, and now Genslinger can show the rest of the Spartan what he can do.
Here we go.
Wood lob pass.
Genslinger.
That's
and
Genslinger
gone.
again.
He is gone.
Genslinger will
You're
have
not
a
catching him.
48-yard touchdown catch and run.
You're not catching him. So good play by the Spartans.
Number 21, Colin Genslinger, had virtually all the yards on that drive.
And really just lackluster defense by Oakwood.
Yeah, they're playing slow, it looks like. I don't know if they've come out of the locker room yet or not.
You think you have at least 3 people on Genslinger just watching him.
Right.
You have to prevent
You have
him
to have a
getting-
spy on him. Nice lob pass there for Genslinger, and it's just a foot race. And 71 there was given the thumbs-up touchdown all the way. That was Ryan Smith.
So big loss here, but big gain.
Number
Colin
49 on to kick the extra point. That is Christian Myers, as it is up and good, putting the Spartans up 7-0 with 9:10 left in our MVCC Game of the Week, week number 8.
So Colin Wood there with that proceeds his touchdown total to 13, and Genslinger's receiving touchdowns to 4.
And I don't think that's going to be their only one tonight.
No. These two are a very lethal duo out of the backfield.
And you can, I don't. I mean, it's still early in the game, but I mean, Oakwood has to stop the bleeding now. You have to come out. You have to get a touchdown on this drive.
And with players like number 21 Genslinger, those kind of plays just don't happen once.
They did, and Oakwood in that first drive did not target Nick Amagero. He was their best receiver last year for the Lumberjacks, and he didn't even get a target in that first drive. If Oakwood wants to try to come back in this game, you have to target Amagero.
So here we go. Kick back to the Lumberjacks.
Looks like 11, Dylan Kelty and Josh Amagero, Nick's younger brother, back to receive the kick. And this one's a high squib again, and it's actually fielded by, I do not see that number.
That was number 10.
Number 10, Charlie Haverfield. Well, he's a tight end. He's at that position to block for the returner. Not really expecting to get his hand on the ball.
6'6", 200-pound senior, though.
But
Charlie
he had about
Haverfield.
a 9-10 yard return.
Not too shabby getting.
Not expecting it. I mean, if we could see replay, Valley View's kicker is kicking it, looks like right in the ground, and it's bouncing, and they're trying to get this ball, not an onside kick, but a sort of an adaptation to it. Another high snap. And Armagero, that looks like it was low to him.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like a pick play on Dinkler there, as he was going for the quick post and Armagero to the outside.
Maybe it was intended to Dinkler, and Dinkler cut his route wrong. I don't.
That
Bad.
play was a disaster.
Yeah.
If you're Irby, you have to be more accurate.
Well, the center's not getting him the ball where he wants it. You have to put it right in the numbers if you're the center. And right now, every snap, it seems like it's high.
Here we go. Irby back to pass again.
And it's intercepted.
Kickoff.
That's number 10, it looks like, Logan Hanna with a number
19.
Or actually 19,
Sam
correction.
Wisman.
Sam Wisman with the pick here. And Valley View's going to start this drive at their own 49.
So here we go. That's what you'd like to see on the MVCC replayed, powered by Frickers. Sam Wisman on the pick and giving a little bit of fire to this Valley View Spartan sideline.
That might have been a replacement for Matherson.
It very well
because he was at that cornerback position.
Great play by Wisman.
You see Genslinger right there, standing to the right of the quarterback, Colin Wood. Wood, he throws a lob pass out of bounds intended to Genslinger.
So good coverage. Perhaps the same play they repeated 2 times for about a 60-yard gain last drive after Matheson was hurt, and they read it.
I think they were trying to get it to P.J. Varnandi down the field up the field more, and
Varnado was covered too.
You're right. He had the one-on-one advantage, and that's why you put Genslinger back there to try to pull that linebacker off to get it one-on-one, and it worked well. Just Wood ran out of time for the Spartans. Now high pass, and that was almost intercepted by number 31. I don't have a 32, Garrett Hart.
And Wood needs to calm down, regain his composure, and get back in this game on 3rd down.
Right, it's already 3rd down.
So 2 quick incompletions here after a fiery first drive, including the Matheson injury.
Will Harshberger had a hand on it, but it looked like it went through his hand. Actually,
I think this one's coming back.
There's a penalty, so it'll stay 2nd down.
Not sure what the penalty is yet. So we'll wait on the referee's signal.
It's a 10-yard penalty, so I'm going to assume holding.
Most likely.
So now 2nd and 20 here for the Spartans. Really, they're backing themselves up out of a drive too. Penalties kill drives, and if you get them early, it's hard to get 20 yards on 2 plays. But with Genslinger, I think it can be managed. As it looks like Wood keeps it.
He took the option.
And he picks up about 15 on the play, maybe 17.
Great gain there by Colin Wood, making up for his mishaps earlier in the drive.
He ran that like it was 2nd and 10, not 2nd and 20.
So gain of about 8 here. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong marker.
So here we go. Colin Wood has to convert on a 3rd and 12. Very tough feat, especially with the number 1 receiver out.
Now it's going to be backups who can help come out and get this 3rd and 12 reception here.
Oh, what a handoff up the middle. Partially confused.
I don't know why you would run it there. It's 4th and 11, 4th and 10. And now you're forced to punt.
So Devin Van Treese on the carry here. And Valley View.
They're going to go for it.
Come out on 4th and 10 on the first drive.
Timeout, Valley View.
Okay. I think the head coach forgot it was 4th down there.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really showed by the refs. Nobody signaled for 4th down.
So they're going to bring out the punting unit here.
Most definitely.
They're putting away one of their timeouts.
Looks like number 7, Aaron Valentil, back to punt for the Spartans.
And the Lumberjacks taking the kick here have to get some execution on this offensive drive. They cannot repeatedly go out there, turn the ball over, and just keep giving it back to this dangerous offense.
You can't afford to go 3 and out multiple times and without even getting a touchdown.
Especially with players like Wood and Genslinger in the backfield.
Low punt. No fair catch called, and he breaks those 2 tackles. And he's drugged down at about the 35, it looks like.
So great return there by Oakwood's Nick Amangaro, the senior receiver that was so effective last season, as you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. The passing touchdown leader and the Southwestern Buckeye League is going to come back out here, try to get some fire in the Lumberjacks. Irby's deep
pass,
downfield.
number 6, and it is caught. It is caught by number 6, Brandon Taylor-Zick.
And a beauty of a pass, and that's the talent we were talking about there by Irby.
Irby put that ball right where he needed to.
So here we go. Lumberjacks finally get something going.
That's the biggest play of the game there. gain of about almost 40 on that play.
So they penetrate their 50 and go onto the other side of the field.
First time tonight. Irby fakes it. He's going to run.
Ooh!
He had a nice ankle breaking move there.
So sick move there by Irby.
Maybe if we can see a replay of that one, we'll see whose ankles got broke.
He gained about 6 there. Very impressive play there by Oakwood, as you can see on the MVCC replay powered by Frickers.
The lineman got great hit off the ball, but I think that's why Irby decided to keep it. Irby, quick pass, and it is dropped by number 17, Connor Dinkler.
An interesting drop by Dinkler.
I think he dropped it because he knew the hit was coming. He knew that big hit was coming across the middle of the field.
Yeah, but if you're a wide receiver playing football, you're playing football for a reason. You know what you're getting yourself into. So with Connor Dinkler's 6'3", 200-pound frame, he should have not ducked that hit. He can take it.
I'd like to see you get out on that field and take that hit.
Hey, do for the sport of football.
Screen pass there to Dinkler, and he's brought down immediately. Maybe a gain of 1 on that, so it'll be 3rd and 5.
So great play there.
4th and 4 here.
And they're going to stay out there.
I mean, really, if you punt it, if you put it in the end zone, it's only a 19-yard punt. Or you let this one drive all the way down and take a timeout. Well, no, 10 seconds left, and they're lining up.
And they're going to go for this one. So
Irby back to pass, going deep.
Dinkler with the play. Dinkler almost.
He dropped it. Excellent coverage there on the outside. And that's a turnover on downs as the Spartans will take over at their own 34.
Beautiful coverage by the junior Austin Clark there on the outside. And Dinkler with an immense 7-inch height advantage on the play. Just great vertical, great instincts.
I think he jumped too soon. I think he jumped too soon. And Clark timed his jump better and got up there.
So early in this game, Connor Dinkler having a lot of trouble.
You only needed 4 yards. Why are you throwing it 30 yards down the field, too?
I have no clue, especially when you only have 1 target.
Virtually, yeah. I mean, Almanjero still, he has the 1 catch, but that's it. That's P.J. Vernado, and he breaks 2 tackles. Maybe gets to the line of scrimmage.
Completely engulfed by Oakwood's defense. So great instinct there, as you can see on the MVCC replay powered by Frickers. And here we go. Collinwood is going to bring this huddle back to. I'll lead this huddle, and he'll be back in the gun with Genslinger on his left side.
Genslinger gets the carry, and Genslinger maybe picks up 3 on the play.
And he gets nowhere as the Valley View offensive line just did not do their job there. So already, again, for Collinwood, an early 3rd down. So really lack of execution by both teams here early.
3rd and 8.
2 catches. There we go, Wood.
Wood's scrambling.
And he might have something.
No,
not at all.
That's a fumble forward out of bounds, so the ball will go back to where he fumbled it. And that looks, he won't gain yardage from that. I don't know why the refs are marking off where he went out of bounds, where the fumble went.
Great defense there by Oakwood, forcing another punt. So rapid fire back and forth possessions.
Yeah, this will be Oakwood's 4th possession. 3rd or 4th possession already.
That's their 4th possession now in the first quarter with no points. This is going to be their 4th possession with no points. So they have to execute here this drive if they want to be in position to win this game. You cannot constantly rely on Collinwood to make mistakes. It's not going to happen. If I'm Oakwood here, I'm taking the game into my grips, and I'm going to run with it. So here we go. Valley View about to punt here.
think they're going to take the delay game.
Yep, and
With the way this punter's been booming them back, I'd take it too.
Oakwood will try to gain some field advantage here. Try to get something going. Not much so far, as Brian Irby has been ineffective.
And now they're moving it back. I guess Oakwood declined the penalty.
Confusion on the field. Refs need to get their crap together.
They just want their steps in on their Fitbit. Now we're ready for the punt. That's an end over end, and you got to watch out not to get hit. Why would you pick that up? I did not know what if you're Oakwood, why would you pick that up? Let it bounce.
Very risky play there by Nick Amagero.
What if he drops it? There's 4 Valley View defenders right there to pick it up.
As you can see on the replay.
This is Oakwood needs to capitalize. They need a touchdown on this drive.
So there we go. A little energy going on their side of the field.
Target Brandon, what was his name? Taylor Zick. He had that big 40-yard catch down the right or left side of the field. Since then, he's been virtually forgotten about.
Everyone has been forgotten about, it seems.
Irby.
Besides Dinkler. And Irby's going to take it upon himself on this one again.
Oh, there you go. You don't want to do that.
He'll get clogged up.
He threw his shoulder that he throws with into the defender.
Very bad move there. And a good stop by Stone Day, junior defensive lineman for the Valley View Spartans.
Irby's going to end up hurting himself in this game if he does that again.
Yeah, I agree. You got to slide on that one. But then again, this is not NFL, so
no.
You're not going up against a guy who can bench 350 and eat raw eggs for breakfast.
Ew.
Irby dropped back again. And
almost intercepted.
Goodness.
That is in and out of the hands of number 10, Logan Hanna.
Goodness.
That would have been his second pick of the game.
That would have been his second pick of the game and had a lot of room to run.
I don't think he was expecting it. It looked like it got tipped at the line, and that's why they
he wasn't expecting it, but his hands were in position. You need to make that play. And if I'm his mother right now, I am shaking my head.
Do you want to get out there and try to pick it off?
Okay.
Again, let's put
that was an easy pick.
Irby goes nowhere. Maybe even loses a yard, and it's 4th and, well, no, they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 10.
So another very quick 3 and out.
Third one.
Lumberjacks. They gained really nothing on that whole drive. They gained a little bit on the run.
Then you lost it.
And backed up and almost picked off.
Devin Van Trees and Austin Clark back to return the kick. And
I think this
a timeout Oakwood. Why would you take the timeout? Just take the penalty of an illegal substitution.
So get your punting, get your whole team fired up.
Right.
Get them fired up.
Oakwood is not moving with any form of speed at all.
Football is about explosiveness and methodical movement.
And I know really coaches don't like to look at playoff standings, but Oakwood has a very good chance to get back into it.
They have to get motivated first.
Right. And the way they've been playing tonight, they're not motivated. And I don't know Butch Snyder's found a way to win this game.
And already matching his loss total of last year is not a good sign.
Well, that's true, but Oakwood lost their senior running back, fullback person, Michael Hoyt. He was the leader of this offense, and their quarterback wasn't bad.
Now, Irby and Dinkler take on a bigger role in the duo.
Clark gets this one at about the 30, and he's making moves up the sideline and out at about the 45.
Solid return there by Austin Clark.
Most a gain of 15 on the return. And Valley View's in excellent starting field position once again.
Now it comes back on Valley View to execute. They've had trouble all night, other than the 2 huge plays from Wood to Genslinger. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here after Oakwood again with the stagnant offense.
It seems like Oakwood can do good on 1st on the first down, but that's it. As you can see, Wood keeps it on the fake off from Genslinger, and he has the first down. Actually, they'll say he's a yard short. It looks like his knee went down right in front of us.
So, yeah, they're going to call that 2nd and 1, but still a good drive starter. And that's what I call kindling.
You make that word up?
No, it's it's a definition for the little twigs you throw in the fire to get it started.
Why would you say that? It's kindling.
Because these are the little sticks that start a good drive.
Oh.
Don't question my metaphors. So
there's a first down run there by Wood.
What again? And has shown all season he can be effective with his legs, as 277 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not bad for a pocket passing quarterback.
And with the mobility to run like that, yeah. You can see when he came up, he was actually pulling grass out of his face mask. Because Oakwood's one of the last, I guess you could say, original teams to use grass still here.
Very uneven field, but I guess it gets the job done.
Well, 2 and 5, I don't know if it's getting the job done is what they need. Wood going deep. The bomb to number 16. Just out of the outstretched arms. Intended to Will Harshberger.
So very bad throw there by Colin Wood.
A little bit too much air on that one. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
That would have, I have no doubt in my mind, that would have been a touchdown there. If he would have hit him in stride.
Yeah,
no
Garrett Hart was chasing.
Coverage.
You've been close.
So bad throw from Colin Wood leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 here from the 48. Wood back to pass. Middle of the field. Nothing there. Intended to number 4, Cade Cradlebaugh. Hopefully they don't throw it to him anymore. I can't really pronounce that fast. Why are you not running it with Genslinger? That was my key to the game. Run the ball with number 21.
Why are you not running it, especially when your quarterback's overthrowing these passes?
And it's not a little bit. I mean, he's putting way too much air into this, and it's just sailing on him.
Wood needs to settle in here and play a more relaxed, composed game that has been the story of the game so far. Looks very...
now they do run it with Genslinger. Oh, nice hole. One man to beat. He cuts in. Nice footwork. Nice footwork by number 21, Colin Genslinger. Finally brought down on the play by number 33, Josh Armagero.
So number 33, good pursuit.
Watch this cut coming in at you. There he cuts it back in. And Oakwood's in the red zone down to the 10.
And I really want to compliment the part of that run that no one will pay attention to, but excellent draw there by Colin Wood. After 2 overthrows, he makes it pay off with a very, very good delay.
And that's really what I think kept the Lumberjacks at bay, is they thought he can take off and run. Genslinger gets the Wood keeps it, and he's in there.
Right up the middle.
Wide open lane there for Wood for a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
So up and down there. Drive for
if he runs the ball, he's fine. If he passes, not so much. 2
possible scoring passes overthrew by Colin Wood. Then an excellent halfback delay, followed by the keeper into the end zone. So Valley View will be up here 13-0, 14 with the extra point.
Christian Myers on to kick the extra point for the Spartans.
So the ball will go back to this stagnant Oakwood Lumberjacks offense.
Well,
flag on the field.
Ball start.
We'll see if
that'll back him up 5.
We'll see if this affects the extra point here.
I don't think it really should. I mean, it's only a difference in 5, so instead of a 10-yard extra point, it's 15.
You know, I've seen some pretty bad kicks.
Well, with you being a Chargers fan, I think we could bring up some bad kicks.
Nick Novak, baby.
I thought it was Josh Lambo.
Well, Nick Novak.
Oh, that's why he's not there anymore.
All right, thank you.
And this kicks up. And good. Very late reaction there. I thought that one went left to the upright.
That did not look good from our point of view, but I guess it doesn't matter because that's why the refs are there.
Right. So 14-0 here as the Spartans lead early. Or lead late in the first quarter, 1:18 left.
kicking it back to Oakwood here. They have to get something going. We've repeated it many a times here in the first quarter, getting their 5th possession.
5th possession.
They go 0 for 5 in the first quarter. I don't know what to tell you.
Forfeit. And 3 of those drives are 3 and outs.
Very interesting roster here, as you never know who's going to make the play. Generally, it has been Irby and Dinkler, but that hasn't seemed to work at all tonight. So you got to get some other playmakers in there, perhaps being the leading rusher, David Joseph, a very, very latent key player to the game, Ashton Kupka, I believe so, averaging 6.7 yards a carry.
Watch this kick. It's going to go right in the ground at midfield, and it's going to bounce up. And there it goes. High kick off there. Let it go out of bounds. Let it go out of bounds. Nope. Well, big hole there. He's still going.
Monjero on the return.
Out to the 45.
Not too shabby.
I thought it was going out of bounds more. How did Armachero get up there and get the ball?
I have no clue. But speaking of latent playmakers, Monjero, he has to get in there and make a play. Monjero, Joseph, or Kupka have to step up at this point for Dinkler's absence. So we'll see what Irby can do, stepping back into the quarterback position at the gun. As you can see on your screen, Oakwood lines up again. And Irby back.
Irby almost sacked, and he throws that
sacked.
right in the ground. Right at Armachero's feet.
So not a good game played by 2 of the most productive quarterbacks in the Southwestern Buckeye League so far. Very surprising. This Valley View's student section.
I thought I saw one of them drive a tractor up.
Would not be surprised.
Not coming from Germantown, a very deep rural farming community. I bet most people in Oakwood don't know what a tractor is.
So
There's a good run here by Joseph. And he's deep into Spartans territory.
So David Joseph, Oakwood's leading rusher, first look for the night.
I think that's Oakwood's first actual running play of the night.
I think so. They've tried to attack with Irby consistently. Has not worked. Perhaps they should run it on the ground a few more times.
Down to the 31 is, well, this is where their drive stalled last time. 59.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Irby back to pass. Now he's going to run. Now he's going to go down.
So Oakwood's Brian Irby tackled there on a 2-yard.
He got pushed for 2 yards. That's why. He got tackled for a 2-yard gain.
So clock running down here at 33 seconds.
This probably will be the last play of the first quarter.
I assume so, Jared. As Irby will take it in the gun with Joseph lined up to his right.
And Joseph gets the carry up the middle. And
that'll get the first down.
No, it won't.
Oh.
Refs signal third down. That's close.
Oof. I thought that dive got it. But Oakwood's success on third down has not been bright.
0 for
4.
0
for 3. Because that interception
kick, yeah.
by Hannah. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter, as we supposed, though.
Spartans lead 14-0 over the hometown Lumberjacks here on senior night at Mark Hummon Field in Oakwood. Anything really surprise you in that first half or first quarter?
Actually, yes. The ineffectiveness of Brian Irby really shocked me here. His statistics, he's first.
Made him look like
first
he's
in
an all-star
touchdowns.
quarterback, but what I've seen so far tonight, I wouldn't trust him as the Browns starting quarterback.
Not at all. He has not been impressive in any facet of the game besides perhaps making something out of nothing with his legs. So not a promising first quarter here for Oakwood. But the Friday night lights can prove to be very deceiving here in MVCC's week number 8 game of the week.
2 more weeks. Next week, our big Spirit Chain game is the Centerville Elks take on the Fairmont Firebirds down in Roush in Kettering, Ohio. And
That's proven to be a very competitive game this year.
Right, and with the lackluster performance out of both teams, that game could be a lot of potential, either high scoring or no scoring on that.
Could be a game to watch.
And
definitely.
then to close out the season, Northmont at Miamisburg down at their new field. Joseph gets the carry up the middle for maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
So not a 3 and out, but
a 4 and out. 4th and 3, so he gained 2 actually. 4th and 2. So
nothing chugging here for Oakwood again, and I think they'll go for it, which they should. I would do the same thing.
I don't know if Oakwood attempted a field goal all year.
They got that fake hit, and I think it's going to be encroachment.
Encroachment against the Spartans will give the Lumberjacks a first down.
So exactly what they intended to achieve there by the slot receiver moving in, and the fake hit gets him. Very interesting thing you'll also see from Fairmont.
Yeah, Fairmont, we've seen them do that quite a bit all year.
A lot. That comes with Miller's new program. Irby taking the snap.
Irby throws out to pass. That's number 11. That is Tommy Looney. Oh, he finally went down? The ref should have blown that play dead a while ago.
So here we go. I believe that was Dinkler there, actually.
Oh, I thought I saw 11.
Number 17, Connor Dinkler moving out.
I don't even see an 11 on the field.
Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong. Oh, there is one. I don't know.
Might have been right. So in the gun again, Oakwood. Hand off to David Joseph up the middle.
And that goes nowhere once again.
So
you got to get away from the meat of Valley View's defensive line. You have to get to the outside. You got to cut it to the left or right, not run it right at them.
So gaining 3 yards on the play up the middle there with Joseph.
3rd and 2. Do you pull out another fake hit and see if you can get first down the cheap way?
I think they're going to go at straight.
Irby, this is the first time I've seen him under center. And Irby looks like he's going to run for it
I
himself.
think it looks like he got it.
I think that was a busted play. No, 4th down there signals the ref.
Oh.
4th and 1.
I think they're going to do the exact same thing.
I would ask for a measurement. It's 4th and very close.
I believe they're going to pound it in here with Joseph. No, Irby's just going to go straight up the middle.
I'm surprised there was not a false start call. That left guard moved way too quickly.
No call there.
Well, I guess if they don't see it, it don't happen, right?
That's what happened in the finals. Game 6 is a fluke. Anyways, Oakland.
Oakland?
Oakwood. Looks like Oakland out here.
Yeah.
Mid-2000s Oakland at least. So here we go, Brian Irby. Again.
Ball start.
And the whistles.
No, the referee's going to stop. Nope. Valley View timeout.
So they got that timeout before the snap. Valley View will go back to their sideline to discuss goal line defense. And very much so on the other side of the ball with Oakwood. Just trying to get something going. If they have to kick a field goal here, I think they will. I personally, I wouldn't have trust in this offense to pound it in there, not on the 4th down. But they have 4 chances to get 3 yards. So we will see Oakwood's reaction here. So you can see on your screen, Valley View discussing defensive strategy with surprising to see the replacement Austin Clark in for Micah Matheson put in work on there, the number 1 receiver. Dinkler has been shut down for the better part of the night. Irby under center here, a goal line position. That is number 11.
11, that's Looney. That's the one I called earlier. I was wrong on. 2nd down and 4 from the 4. You can't come away with no points here. It's 4 yards. How hard is it to gain 4 yards? And another stoppage. Equipment malfunction. Face mask coming off. Now we'll start it back up. Play clock running.
Brian Irby under center.
Joseph gets the carry. Joseph, now see if he won't be pushed. Maybe up to the 2.
Chucking those legs about 1 yard. Line, nothing going there. So taking these chunks off the clock, but that will result in a 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. So 2 more chances to push it in and 2 more yards to go. So Oakwood lines up behind center again. They're going to pound it in with Irby. That could be the first score of the night, and that is confirmed by the referees. Touchdown, Brian Irby.
It's about time they finally found some sort of success in that running game as Joseph finally got the running game going for the Lumberjacks on this drive.
Irby pounds it in for I think the 4th time. 4th time this drive. It's the QB sneak again, utilizing it to their advantage.
Joey Fairman on to attempt the extra point for the Lumberjacks.
Oh,
and it is
blocked.
denied.
But the whistle blew there, but it's going to go through.
Oh, my. I
So
want to see
no-
a replay of that one.
no
That
marbles
lineman-
there.
That lineman come through and volleyball spike that one down. That was an incredible spike.
His coach has to be happy about that one. He's going to get some praise the next day on practice.
Well, in 29 years as an assistant coach, Skidmore has probably seen a lot at Valley View. But, I mean, he's had potential to go to any other school that he wanted to, but he's from Valley View, and I guess he just wanted to stay with the program that he grew up.
A lot of love for Valley View. 29 years now.
And it's only his first head coaching job.
And that's commitment right there. If you could stick 28 years as a coordinator for one team.
And to actually stay when the coaches switched 6 years ago from the one that was here for 25 years to the one previous him, to stay through that switch.
Indeed, a lot of commitment by Skidmore. As Oakwood, following their first score, misses the extra point, and now number 25 here, Rodney Jones, to kick off. Valley View will try to come back with a response. So there we go. Seeing a lot of squibs tonight, and that may go out. Nope.
He picks it up, but it looks like he'd be hit, but, well, there's 2 broken tackles.
So that's Van Treese.
Finally dragged down.
So senior running back with an average return out there, as you can see on your MVCC replay, powered by Frickers. Not a shabby return there at all, Van Treese. So Colin Wood, who has had flawed passes this whole night, comes back out. And what's going through his mind now, Jared? What do you think so?
Well, now that Oakwood's actually finally scored, you have to slow down and hold on to the ball and actually be more smart with it. Being up 14, you could be able to take a few chances. Number 22 there with a quick outlet pass. P.J. Varnade.
I believe that.
I don't know. I could turn around and probably ask
a
one
solid
of them.
outlet. And it seems that has been his problem all night. The composure at the line, getting yourself together and making that precise throw. So we'll see how Colin Wood calling out the blitz, as you see on your screen, by number 5. Here we go, Colin Wood on the drop back. It's a handoff off the middle to Genslinger. Gets about 2 yards there, I believe. And that was indeed a gain of 2 yards. Indeed a gain of 2 yards. That brings him to 3rd and 1. So quick 3rd down here for Colin Wood. And this is a situation we were talking about, being composed.
Give it to Genslinger right up the middle.
21 surely makes Colin Wood's job easy, but not tonight. He has been given to him. Connor Genslinger has not gotten nearly enough touches.
There he gets the touch.
There we go, making something happen. Just as you said
I don't think he gets it.
And
no, he does.
That's
too close to call, too. I would ask for a measurement.
But no measurement there as they move the change for a 1st and 10. And as you called it there, Jared, Genslinger got the touch and delivered.
It's about time.
I definitely agree. He needs to get more touches. Being the star player of this offense, he has gotten not nearly enough attention.
Looks like Genslinger gets the ball there once again.
I don't think that's Genslinger.
Or maybe that's 22. Verado.
Yep.
Fernando. PJ. We're just going to call him PJ the rest of the game.
Fernando. So quick play. Gets about 1 there. Brings it to 2nd and 9 for the Valley View Spartans. Oakwood's defense is they have to be trying to make Colin Wood make those mistakes as he did early in the game. Throw off his composure.
There's Genslinger, and Genslinger's going to be drugged down in the backfield. Excellent play there by the Lumberjacks. Number 5. There is no number 5.
I don't see number 5 on this roster.
Number 5 with a big tackle for loss.
But still a solid play on such an elusive player. And I don't know a lot of guys that could have made that open field tackle on Genslinger, especially those big legs that generate so much power and quickness. So 3rd and 13 here for the Spartans. Come out in a 1-back set. Trips with 2 receivers motion to the other side.
And Genslinger hands off to
3rd and 13 run.
Genslinger. And he'll be about 3 yards short, it looks like.
Still a very good run by Genslinger. And those type of plays should be made earlier in this drive.
Early downs.
Yeah. That needs to be your 1st and 2nd down there.
Nice run here
as you can see on the replay. So here we go. I'll line up on 4th down to punt it.
Is the punter out there? Oh, there. Lined up on the other side of the marker. I couldn't see. I saw Genslinger in his normal formation. Almost a low snap and excellent punt. Driving Armagero back, and he catches it over his shoulder.
Armagero's going to take the edge, cut back here, and he's going to be engulfed.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Ball's out!
And that's a fumble recovered by Valley View, as you've seen on your screen.
There's no signal yet. No. Oakwood ball.
Oh,
Oakwood
was he down?
Ball. They're saying he was down.
Well, it showed on the screen a Spartan at the bottom of the screen.
I think he was down. I think he was down by contact. That's a nice call there by the refs.
Good call. So there we go, held back to the 14. And Oakwood has not reacted to good field position. So we'll see how they react to
bad field position.
Yeah. Irby not very impressive all night. Key player to watch here. And as the game goes on, not only David Joseph, but key player Connor Dinkler. Statistically the 2nd most effective receiver in the Southwestern Buckeye League. Held to 1 catch tonight. And it was not for very many yards.
No, what's his name? Number 6, Brandon Taylorski, has 1 catch for 45 yards. Taylor's Nick, whatever.
I have no clue. Taylor-Isaac? Yeah. We'll just go with that. Taylor-Isaac.
We could just call him Brandon. Irby back to pass. That looks like Armagero with the catch. No, it's not Armagero or Dinkler because they're both walking towards it.
And
Actually, it looks like number 11.
Dylan Caplet on the play.
First down catch there. Move the chains. 3:56 left. Oakwood has to hold on to this ball.
Yes, indeed. So
Armachero motion, top of your screen. Irby's going to keep. Irby breaks one tackle. I thought he was going to plant that hand and move up more.
So with the extra effort,
Second and
Oakland
5. There's those kindlings you were talking about.
yes, indeed. Kindling for effective drives there.
All right, so when we start basketball, what is your metaphor going to be?
We'll see.
You can go home and Google them all. That's
I'm
all
about
you're going to do.
That's what I'm about to. Come up with some solid metaphors.
Irby fake pass, and he has a first down run up the middle, and he loses. Oh, I thought he lost the ball when he fell down.
So Brian Irby making things happen with his legs early.
I thought he dropped that ball when he was going to the ground.
So he's been proven effective with his legs, as before this game, 289 yards and 4 touchdowns.
He
But
probably has 40 more rushing and another touchdown.
nothing compared to what he's done passing all season, so very unexpected to see him.
Irby going deep in between the two receivers.
Oh!
And he comes down with it. That's No, that's not Armachero.
That would be number 8, Connor Morris, on the catch. And what a beauty.
That was a nice pass there by Ginther.
That was a dime. Even had safety help on the backside. Did not matter. Beautiful throw by Brian Irby there.
He put it right where he needed to, right in the middle of the two.
So we haven't seen a lot of good quarterback play tonight, but that was definitely one of them.
These last two plays, Irby's really come out. The quarterback he's been all year, 2:45 left. And I'd crumble that one up and throw it away.
Yep. Joseph gets practically nothing on the play. And that's going to move to about 2nd and 8 there. So Irby back there. And they're going to come out in the gun again. Ryan Irby takes the snap, drops back.
Going deep.
That's a big play.
Dinkler, and it's intercepted.
Big play.
No, incomplete.
Ooh.
The defender did not come down with it inbounds, it looks like.
Very close.
Very fortunate it wasn't incomplete.
So solid defense there by Austin Clark and PJ Varnado. So Irby coming out with another 3rd down after a big play to Connor Morris. He's back in the gun. So Irby looking that way
False
again.
Start.
That's going to be a false start on Oakwood. So you're going to see this one move back 5. That'll bring it to 3rd and 13. So they got it on Valley View side of the play.
But now they've stalled once they cross that midfield line.
So finally we see some life out of this Oakwood student section as
they're all in pink for breast cancer awareness. Irby going deep to Dinkler.
Oh my goodness!
Catches it for a touchdown.
My goodness!
Dinkler with a 37-yard touchdown catch and run.
Tremendous play by Brian Irby. Perhaps a better catch by number 1 receiver Connor Dinkler, and finally gives the sideline something to go frantic about.
That was a beautiful catch and run there.
Excellent play by Dinkler deep.
And they're going for 2 to tie it up at 14.
So Irby racks up his 14th passing touchdown as Dinkler moves to 9 receiving touchdowns, and he is now officially the leader in receiving touchdowns in the Southwest Buckeye League. And they're going for 2 here.
Irby back to pass, and number 1's left all alone in the corner. That's Joe. That's the kicker. The kicker out. Oh, no, that's Armagero.
Oh, it's
Never mind.
Armagero.
The numbers, they're all lock.
So horrible
defense
Horrible
here.
defense.
The last 2 plays for the Spartans.
I don't think that was horrible defense on the touchdown. I think Dinkler legitimately outran that cornerback, and that's the loss of Matheson right there. You can see it.
This game, 2 minutes left in the first half. We're tied at 14.
So
I didn't think it'd be this close, honestly. I thought Valley View would take this game.
Not at all. 2 touchdowns early here by Valley View, and Oakwood coming out firing in the second quarter, making this a very competitive game. So the Oakwood side of the field getting very, very fired up after that touchdown and 2-point conversion. Reasonably so.
It's a whole new ball game here. You got a whole half to go.
So despite the records, this is a very competitive game. There we go. Another squib, common theme of tonight.
And he drops it.
And
it goes out of bounds. That's not a flag.
That's not a flag. He touched it.
Once the offensive player touches it.
So Spartans are going to try to come out back here firing.
2:03 left in the second quarter here at Mac Hummons Stadium. It's going to be interesting to see what Valley View does. Oakwood, they have 2 timeouts. They could get the ball back.
Colin Wood, a lot of mistakes here early, but I say you get it out of his hands. Don't give him opportunities to make mistakes, and he won't make mistakes. Give it to your playmaker in open field, Genslinger.
Give it to Genslinger to end this game, or end this first half, and go into halftime, and you have to regroup.
And just as we said, Genslinger will receive.
No, that's 22. That's PJ.
So Varnado on the carry again. So he's gotten some looks tonight, almost more than Genslinger.
Probably more, actually. I think we've called his name, I think, both more offensively and defensively than what
that's
we called
something.
Genslinger.
That's something Valley View has to change if they want to get back in this game. Well, not back in this game, just get back in good
Genslinger
position.
has the first down.
And no, that's Varnado again with an impressive carry.
Tackle there goes to the younger Armagero brother, Josh.
So seeing some unusual switch-ups here by Valley View, with Varnado receiving the majority of the carries and Genslinger retreating to that fullback position full time.
Pass tipped.
And very confusing as Varnado was open.
He was wide open out of the backfield.
Wide open. Varnado had perhaps the whole field to work with, not even a safety to help over there. Very bad mistake. Mental mistake there by Colin Wood. He has to keep his composure. All night he's been giving it up. It's been going up and down.
And that stops the clock. That's virtually a timeout for Valley View if they want to try to get some points before the half ends. 2nd and 10.
Genslinger in lone backfield.
Wood in shotgun formation. No, we're going to fake the handoff. Going deep to number 4, and that's just airmail. Nowhere near the intended receiver, and that's 3rd and 10 now with 1:12.
And to call Colin Wood's performance tonight mediocre would be very nice.
You see there, he threw that almost 10 yards in front of the receiver.
Another bad overthrow there. And man, if you're Valley View, you got to go into that halftime. You have to sit him down and talk to him.
If not, we might see the backup quarterback come in.
We might. They could be very likely coming out here with a backup quarterback. So Wood in the shotgun formation again. With Van Treese motion to the right side.
Pass out to Genslinger, but people are there to stop it. And Genslinger's going to be tackled. And if Valley View's smart, or Oakwood's smart, they should take a timeout to stop the clock, which I think they did.
And that's exactly what they did. Oakwood putting themselves in great position to take the lead here in the second quarter.
A minute second left in the second quarter, and they're going to be punting from the 29. So they actually lost 5 yards on the play. You've got to send everything in the kitchen sink at this punt if you want to try to block it.
That would be a very Urban Meyer-like move. So as you can see on the MVCC replay, powered by Frickers,
The band getting ready.
Ginslinger gets nowhere on that play.
He almost got pushed back to Germantown with how bad that defensive line got back in that backfield. You see
Completely swallowed in navy blue. So Oakwood's return team is going to be in full effect here.
I mean, Armachero's standing on midfield. Oakwood's going to get excellent starting field position out of this, no matter how bad the punt is or how good the punt is.
Regardless of the return, still going to get a good opportunity to score, especially with that explosive tandem of Irby and Dinkler. As you can see, can break a big play at any time. So here we go. We're going to go with the punt here.
Valtinati has to get this one off perfectly. He does. Tailing towards the sideline.
Almondero is going to take this one.
At the 45, he's hit hard. He's hit hard right in front of us by number 23. Well, I don't have a 23.
A little something to get excited about by Valley View, but
53.8 seconds left.
I wouldn't get too excited. They need to sit number 2 down and talk to him. He has been the center of their woes tonight.
Something has to change offensively for the Valley View. If they want to, I mean, you're not looking at this game. You're looking at the playoffs.
Nothing
in the
chugging
near future.
there.
I mean, that's only 3 weeks away.
And they're number 2. And
Yeah,
they're not playing. They're not playing better than Alter and other teams on that list.
Not that they're ahead of right now. Irby's pass is caught. That looks like number 8.
Connor Morris again.
And it looks like he got pushed out of bounds. So that'll save that timeout.
Very, very confusing play. You gotta try at least try to grab him by the shoulder pads there and drag him down instead of pushing him. But they will, and they'll get a 2nd and 2 on Valley View's 40.
Irby back to pass. It's tipped. I would almost drop that pass. I wouldn't take the completion.
In compliments to Valley View, the Valley View Spartans have had, and their defensive line has had their hands up and aware at every pass attempt all night. So we've seen a lot of tip passes out of them. A special compliments to Stone Day. Very effective tonight.
32 and Valley View, or Oakwood will call, it should be its final timeout.
So what do you expect to see from Oakwood here out of this timeout?
You've got to get Dinkler down the field. You got to get one of the Armachero brothers down the field. Or with a timeout left, you could even give Joseph a draw play up the middle, see what he can do. But anything, these last 2 drives have worked well for the Lumberjacks. So, I mean, anything really, you've got the whole playbook at your mercy.
And for Valley View, cover 4, cover 4, cover 4. They have not. I don't believe they've kicked a field goal all season, and so they're going to try to keep them out of the end zone as much as they can. Here we go. Irby's going to come out.
Quick pass to
that's Almondero.
And Dinkler has to stop for it. Dinkler makes one man miss, and he's down inside the 10.
Oh, my goodness. Tremendous play there by the Lumberjacks.
Some trickery. I love it. And that pushes the Lumberjacks down inside the red zone, down to the 6.
Threw the Spartans completely off, and another horrid defensive outing.
Irby back to pass. Touchdown.
That's going to be number 8, Connor Morris, in there for the play.
Oakwood leads for the first time tonight with 29.4 seconds left in the first half. Valley View has completely fell flat on their face this second quarter.
With a fiery burst straight out of the gate.
And you can see that loss to Micah Matherson has really proven
it's affected them. The secondary has been quite lost on certain plays tonight.
When they go deep to Dinkler, they finally realized to put more air under it and put it on his outside shoulder.
I couldn't agree more.
That kick was tipped, but still good. 21-14 now lead the Lumberjacks for the first time tonight.
And P.J. Varnado out there trying to play corner along with Austin Clark has just not worked. Matheson's loss is being heavily felt by the Spartans right now.
If you're Valley View, you take this and you just take a knee.
Yeah, I would tap out. This half is over. I say you get number 2 in that locker room. You sit them down. You try to get that secondary back out there. Get some fire in them. And you have to remind Valley View that they're playing for their brother. Matheson just went down. Very heavily felt as you could see when he went down. Teammates crying, fans and all.
And they're not playing to the potential that they need to be playing to really, which I thought they were going to take advantage of this game.
Not at all. So Oakwood, Brian Irby couldn't get anything going, has the past 2 drives. So here we go. Genslinger on the return.
Genslinger almost broke one there.
If he would have broke that, that would have been a chunky amount of yardage.
But with only 23 seconds left, I'm assuming a quarterback knee is coming.
So Valley View lining up with 23 seconds left.
Well,
bad field positions for
Colin Wood. He's lined. Well,
score.
nope. There he goes back to shotgun.
And they're kind of airing out their offense here.
No, they're just going to run it with Wood up the
keep
middle.
it.
Well, Wood's going to keep it.
Colin Wood has some space.
He has the first down run, a gain of 15 on that. 18 seconds left. Oh.
And the only facet of the game Wood has excelled at tonight with his legs.
Right. So far, he probably has more rushing yards than he does passing yards.
A lot more. I'm guessing a lot more. So Wood and the Spartans will come back out.
17 seconds left here in the first half of our Week 8 MVCC Game of the Week.
So Wood will see the snap in the gun again. And same play option.
Wood keeps it once again.
No, the Genslinger on the outside. And I think he'll get out of bounds. Nope, he did not get out of bounds. And Valley View is going to call a timeout. Good stop of the clock by Valley View with 7 seconds left.
No, I think they pushed him out of bounds.
No. So Valley View gains a little chunk, but 7 seconds left, almost 50 yards to go. Very unlikely chance.
41 or 44 to be exact. The scoreboard's all messed up.
We'll see if Colin Wood can pull this one out.
10 seconds left. And he spikes. What? I don't. I don't know why he's the ball. I don't know.
You had the clock stopped. I think did not look not like what
they called the timeout.
Yeah, they called the timeout followed by a spike
with 8.7 seconds. I mean, only 1.3 seconds came off, but I don't bad. I don't know what you call that. 2nd 10.
Not really sure what happened there. Colin Wood going to take the snap.
Throws it to Genslinger. Genslinger, and I believe that'll do it. No, timeout.
They're going to go for this one. Interesting strategy by Valley View, trying to milk everything they can. At the end of this first half.
Genslinger's run was a first down run, and they stopped the clock to move the chains, and that's why they spiked it immediately.
Okay.
So now at 3rd down, they save that timeout.
Makes a lot of sense.
But with 2.2 seconds left, it's a Hail Mary.
They're going to have to hail it there. So Colin Wood, nothing going so far. But we'll see if he can pull this last score out. So Oakwood's defense is going to come back.
I'd say just rush 3, put 8 in coverage, prevent.
Yeah.
That's all you can do is prevent.
Send that quarter formation out. And I think Oakwood's going to come out with an interesting formation, as you can see on the screen. Number 1 receiver Connor Dinkler playing safety.
I think it's just probably speed and hands.
Yep, definitely. They're rushing 5 here on the line. Very interesting strategy.
Wood back
Kyle
to pass.
Wood.
He
Kyle
has
Wood's
all
gonna
day to
heave this
throw.
one to the end zone, and Dinkler.
He comes up with the interception, but there should have been a flag thrown. That was defensive holding. A missed holding call there by the refs is going to send this game to halftime.
That's going to send it to halftime, and if you were wondering why Dinkler was back there,
that's
now
why.
You know.
So the Oakwood Lumberjacks come back 3 touchdowns in that second quarter to now lead 21-14 at the half in our MVCC Game of the Week, week number 8. For Jeff Allen and Jared Bergstrom, we're going to toss it over to the bands, and we'll be back after halftime. Hello and welcome back to Mack Hummin Field here in Oakwood, Ohio for tonight's second half of our MVCC Game of the Week, week number 8. Jared Bergstrom and Jeff Allen once again, as currently the Oakwood Lumberjacks lead 21-14 over the visiting Valley View Spartans here on senior night. What in that first half really surprised you about Oakwood coming out in that second quarter?
Nothing really surprising there. It's just Irby doing what he's done all season almost. He hit. What really surprised me, it was more Valley View. Their lackluster secondary. Matheson his loss took a huge hit to the secondary, and so we're going to see how they come out of the second half. That's going to be one of the most intriguing parts of the game.
And Genslinger's going to have that opening half. That's Clark. Clark's going to have an 89-yard touchdown return here to open up the second half.
And he's going to take this one and tie it right back up.
Well, just like that, Valley View gets a huge play on special teams to potentially tie this game up. As you can see, number 12 there, Austin Clark.
So Matheson's replacement comes in here, and he shows out on special teams.
Watch it here. He gets to the sideline, and he has nobody in front of him.
He breaks that hole. He knows he has
blockers for all day. And there he goes, pedaling into the end zone.
As you saw,
just like that, this game's changed.
And that's what you got to love about Friday night, Jared. You can feel the energy through the stadium. Both of these teams getting very anxious as it becomes a tie game.
It's on the ground. Genslinger with a pass to the end zone, and it's a two-point conversion.
Oh, my goodness.
Valley View comes back, a busted play on the kickoff or on the special teams extra point, and they find themselves on top now, 22-21.
So there we go. Genslinger, you see him roll around.
I don't think that was called. I don't think that was called. I think that was.
Actually, I'm going to disagree with you there, Jared. Genslinger, as soon as the ball was snapped, motioned around to the other side. So I guess we'll never know. Well, but regardless, it was a great catch by Max Shuey at the corner of the end zone.
Maybe if we can see a replay of that. I thought Genslinger picked it up off the ground.
Valley View's spirits have been lifted.
I know they've risen from the dead.
This sideline is revived.
This is a whole new ball game.
This
now
is a
one.
football game, baby. Now let's go out here and play some ball. Let's see if Oakwood can.
Oakwood has to answer.
Yeah, they have to execute with the same effectiveness that they did in the second quarter. The first quarter was a disaster, and it was a tale of two quarters for both teams, really. 14 points by the Spartans scored. Then Lumberjacks 21 in the second quarter. And as you just saw there, Austin Clark taking it to the house.
89 yards.
Genslinger to Shuey, 2-point conversion.
That's the first kick. That's the first kick that's come off and his knee was down.
Amanjiro.
His knee was down on the ground when he fielded that ball. Bad play there on special teams.
Getting low for the return has costed him there. Amanjiro's gonna.
I mean, he was already 10 yards up the field.
That would have been potentially a very explosive play. So a little mental mistake there by Amanjiro gives Oakwood a very bad field position.
Starting at the 15.
Not where they want to be after such a momentum swing. And the
Irby.
pendulum has been punched.
Irby under center. going deep. No, he throws his sideline to Dinkler. And that one, good thing that one went out of bounds because that was behind him.
Backwards. So here we go, 2nd and 10. And Irby and Dinkler was a very elusive combination in the second corner, as it has been all season. So let's see if they can get the same thing going. What's up?
Just trying to see if everything's tight.
So here we go here. Irby taking the snap. Lob deep to Dinkler.
No penalty called, so it's clean coverage there by Austin Clark. Man who just returned it. Dinkler has such a height advantage on Clark. I don't see why he's throwing it so far ahead of him.
So safety Austin Clark back there, and cornerback PJ Varnado. He usually the number 2 corner moves in for, as you know, Micah Matheson, the big senior loss at the beginning of this game, leader in interceptions and receiving yards.
Irby's going to get plowed in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss there. Looks like initial hit goes to number
and
74.
Comes out a brand new team. They are looking exactly like they did in the first quarter. So much energy and everything they do now. And you have to love this as a football fan to see a team come back from the adversity and keep their chin up.
Punting from his own end zone, almost blocked, maybe got a hand on it.
So a bad punt there.
He picked it up. He touched it. That's a live ball.
And so lucky. Big mental mistake by B.J. Varnado. Could have very well went the Lumberjacks' way.
Very well bad.
And you'll see Colin Wood come out after a very rough first half.
That first half, he'd like to forget that.
Yeah, he muffed that second quarter really bad. So let's see if he can lead Valley View back here with an explosive backfield partner there.
I can reiterate it as many times. Give Genslinger the ball.
Wood's going to take this one under the center.
And Genslinger has the carry, and he'd be close to a first down.
Correction, that is P.J. Varnado on the carry.
Oh.
So the tailback who has gotten more touches
than
Genslinger tonight. A very interesting take to their running game. Not been explosive. So maybe they should take the side and start giving their number 1 man the ball. But we'll see how they react after that fine piece of kindling. 2nd and 2 for the Spartans.
Genslinger gets the pitch. He's running backwards. That's not where you want to be. And now he has the first down. He broke a tackle. He cuts it back in, and he'll find his way into the end zone. Genslinger with a 44-yard touchdown run there.
And I think he made a C there. He made a figure C with his run.
Hold on. The ref stopped it for something. Let's see if maybe he stepped out on the
replay powered by Frickers. Oh, never mind. That one's going to come back.
Holding against the offense.
Genslinger cuts that back and runs over the corner.
You saw it right there at the end of the replay. It was way ahead, way behind the run, but you can't hold him.
And you cannot hold if you're the Spartans.
I mean, you don't want to throw the flag there, but I mean, that is the rule. You cannot hold the player no matter. And he grabbed him right around the arm and turned him around.
I completely agree. And if you're the Spartans, you do not whine about it, but get out there, take it on the chin, and let's play some football. You cannot be affected by things like that. That's a mental mistake. Let it go.
A big 44-yard run there. Now 2nd and 1.
Colin Wood under center.
Colin Wood fakes the handoff. He's under pressure by 52.
Another overthrow. His 5th one tonight by Colin Wood.
ineligible man downfield looks like what this penalty's going to be. That'll back him up 5 more yards.
That's another big mistake by Valley View.
Well, maybe 10.
Gigantic mistake.
Valley View's coming unraveling at the seams here on this drive.
You had 2 plays. You have to look at your men.
2nd and 6. 5-yard penalty.
You learn not to do that stuff in elementary school. Come on, basic fundamentals here. You have to act upon this here. So Colin Wood in the gun with Varnado, Van Treese, correction, and Varnado back there.
Colin Wood keeps it. He has a hold of the outside.
Colin Wood may go all the way.
He cuts back in, and he's into the end zone. Colin Wood with a 48-yard touchdown run there. And another penalty flag at the end of that.
Another penalty. Come on, Valley View.
If we could see a replay, maybe we could see what it is.
MVCC replay powered by Frickers here. Not able to spot the penalty there.
Personal foul against Oakwood.
Oakwood, and that one's going to be a touchdown.
So the touchdown will count. So 48-yard run there by Colin Wood puts the Valley View up now. It'll be 28-21, pending the extra point.
Great play there by Colin Wood. No, that's exactly what you want to do. That's what I love to see from a quarterback. You take every hit to the chin you can, then you go back out there and you hit him straight back. So there we go. Capitalizing upon the punt. The 3 and out by the Lumberjacks.
That ball never got off the ground, and luckily they get it up and good. Now 29-21 with 9:47 left in the third quarter.
So now the Spartans have scored 15 points in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. That is a flip route. And Valley View's complete sideline re-energized here.
Yeah, the visitor side's back into it. The student section's back into it. And really, the players are back into it, which is really what they needed. They were playing very slowly to end that first half.
The score again.
As now they lead 29-21.
29-21 in the third quarter.
It's still a one possession game. But, I mean, right now, the thing that's really kept Valley View in this game is the legs of Colin Wood.
Big plays. It hasn't worked a lot with his arms, not at all.
No, he's
making mistake after mistake in the first half, but he's come out here, taking adversity, and now this sideline is going.
Now you're going to want this. This is why you don't want a penalty after a touchdown, because look at where the Valley View Spartans are kicking off. They're kicking off from the 45 towards the north end zone, so this will probably be a touchback.
I almost guarantee it'll be a touchback.
Unless you squib it.
He's going to try to squib it. I can see that. They've been squibbing it all night. But you got to fear giving up really good field position here.
And they squib it. It's on the ground, but picked
fumble.
up.
And they're going to stop this play at the 30.
A lot of unnecessary pushing there towards the end between 68 and 23.
So a little tension in the air between Valley View and Oakwood.
Well, I mean, they know how the last 2 years have went between this game. I mean, last year, Oakwood came back from down 28-7 in the fourth quarter to win 29-28 at Valley View. 2 years ago, Oakwood was leading the whole game, and until the end, it was 13-10. Valley View or Oakwood was driving for a touchdown, and they spiked the ball on fourth down to end it. They lost what down it was. So Valley View won here. So the home team has not won in this series for the last 4 years.
Very intense battle. And these junior quarterbacks are just keep on going tonight. Two of the best you'll see in the Southwestern Buckeye League are hitting it out.
And really, Oakwood's fighting for that last playoff spot. They still mathematically have a chance, depending on what the teams ahead of them do, as there's a bullet across the middle of the field for a gain of first down.
That's Irby to Connor Morris. And so Irby will compose the offense to another first down here. Correction, first one of the drive. So here we go. They're going to lead him back.
Now to the 40. Irby rolling to his right. Pass over, caught by number 11, and he has a first down. Gain of 11, actually.
So Dylan Caplet on the play.
P.J. Vardo with the tackle.
So interesting matchup you're going to see, and you have seen all night, is number 22, replacement for Matheson.
He's going up against every receiver so far tonight and really has won his battles.
Connor
Dinkler.
Yeah, Connor Dinkler has just been.
You can see him right here at the bottom of your screen.
Inconsistent tonight, but has come in clutch.
Pass is tipped, but caught. And so they'll gain 2 on the play on the tip pass.
And avoid the disaster there.
Number 11 again.
So Caplet shaking his head there, as you see on your screen. So you see on the MVCC replay.
Tipped right there. And he jumps high in the air to get that one.
Number 10, Logan Hanna, an effective linebacker all night.
All that for a gain of a long one.
So Caplet again.
Caplet. Oh, he is smacked hard at the end of that. That's number, is that Genslinger?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Genslinger comes up and smacks him, and he's shaking his head coming out of the play.
And what many people forget about Colin Genslinger, due to his tremendous ball carrying ability.
Watch this hit.
He is a fearsome defender. Slow down there.
Boom. That's all you can say is boom.
4 forced fumbles so far through 7 games and 2 fumble recoveries.
Irby back to pass. He's rolling to his right. Bullet to the cross, and did he come down with it? He does.
Yep. Caplet, a very targeted receiver on this drive, gets another reception.
Well, I don't think the tip pass was a target to him, but 4 receptions on the last 4 actually. Gain a first down, moves them up to the 37.
Very solid slot option.
Oakwood is slowly building themselves a nice drive here. 6th play of the drive.
The juniors just taking over this game.
Play clock's down to 10. Irby now rolling to his left, throwing it.
Who was that to?
That was intended to Armagero, but he did not turn around. He overran his route by a country mile.
Supposed to be a curl. That would have been out of bounds anyways. No chance of that catching that. Bad throw by Irby. So he'll try to shake it off and come back on this 2nd and 10 after a scrappy but so far successful drive.
Yeah, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
They're fighting for every play. Irby back with Joseph behind him.
Irby and almost sacked, and he is struck down by number 70 of the Valley View.
That is, yep.
Stone Day.
Stone Day.
Stone Day with a big sack in the backfield. About a loss of 5 on the play.
And this defense's key player just keeps on coming through today.
Loss of 6, correction.
As you can see, double coverage, fights off of it to get
He got away,
motioning
but
to the left.
I don't know if Irby didn't feel him coming behind him or what, but Stone Day comes back with the come from behind sack.
And what a pursuit for a 5'9", 220-pound junior.
Back to pass.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep. Oh.
And it's just tipped away. That'll be 4th and 16 now. You would expect the punting. Well, nope. Looks like the quarterback, Irby's going to stay on the field.
And it is 4th and 16.
And really, this is about where Valley View has gotten the ball to start all night. So it's really not a bad play call here.
Aggressiveness shown.
No, a quick punt. And that one's going to be in the end zone.
So trying to get good field position, but gets it to the 20. Solid play.
Normally not used to kicking. I think if he had the decision, if they would have dropped back, I mean, that's a nice drop kick. You've seen Ben Roethlisberger do it many times. It could have.
So here we go. As Colin Wood comes back out to lead this offense after a tremendous run. Last drive was headlined by adversity. 2 penalties in a row, followed by the Colin Wood run. So Wood, quick dip to
There's
Varnado.
a flag on the play.
See what this flag is. Pushed out by number 18 there, Alec Barhost of the Lumberjacks.
Let's find the man in the white hat. See if we can find him. See what the play is. There he is.
There we go.
And it's against Valley View. Holding against Valley View. 10-yard penalty, 1st and 20.
So another instance of football ignorance there. And that was a play not worthy of holding, as you got one of your explosive options on the outside, P.J. Varnado with a lot of space. No blockers ahead. Not sure what they were thinking there, Jared. So here we go. Colin Wood coming back out with weapon Ginslinger right by his side. And Ginslinger fights off the tackle, and he gets outside. And he keeps on moving. And those legs just don't stop churning. Those big tree trunks that he calls calves end him up right by the first down marker. So I'm going to take a wild guess here and say if they want to complete this from comeback from 7 down, it's going to have to be the tale of two Collins. And we got what they thought would be a false start there. Refs didn't call it.
This is really the first time you've seen Wood under center. Quick pass to the outside.
That's Varnado again.
He has the first down.
And Varnado brought down number 32 on the play, Garrett Hart, sophomore linebacker. And oh no, that is not good.
Varnado's down. You cannot afford to lose him.
Varnado's kicking his leg. And they may have just lost their backup number 1 corner too.
That's number 1 and number 2. You can't afford to lose in both games.
And as you can see at the bottom of your screen, number 12 Austin Clark coming back out.
You see here in the replay if we can see what happens to him at the end of the play.
So
number
dip off
22.
to Varnado.
The one that has the ball right there.
Oh,
that could be a separated shoulder.
Yeah, he came down on that shoulder hard. That is not good for the Spartans. Varnado has been elusive in open space and almost like glue when in coverage deep down the field.
Shout out to the camera crew there with a nice shot so we could see how the injury happened. You see the entire student section taking a knee, and it's good to see Varnado up, but he's holding that left shoulder.
And respect shown by both sides.
Valley View is getting all hurt defensive. Well, their defensive players are getting hurt on offense.
Like I said earlier, Jared, fighting through adversity is one of the most important points of the game of football. And we'll see what Colin Wood does here as he loses another dangerous weapon. But nobody can forget about the other Colin back there, perhaps the most elusive person
Ginslinger
he has. So 2 Collins lined up in the gun.
And number 23 gets the quick pitch to the outside or inside, and he's brought down hard.
So Van Treese gets the motion across the field and gets brought down after about 4 or 5 yard gain back there. Yep, they're going to mark it 2nd and 6. So Colin Wood takes direction from the staff, and he'll lead his offense back out there for a 2nd and 6. He's done. Interesting to see if Varnado will come back out the rest of the game.
I don't know. I've watched him since he's come to the sideline. He's not really been able to move that shoulder.
Colin Wood gets the edge.
And he'll be close to the first down, and I think he'll have it.
That'll be a first down, definitely. You got to give compliments to the kid. After a mistake-riddled first half, comes out here just glowing.
See this in this first down run replay.
So read option to the outside. Triple option, actually, with Van Treese right behind him. He doesn't even consider the pitch as he sees the hole, and he takes it. Back out in the gun. Genslinger.
Genslinger, no, he keeps it. Oh, no, that's, no, that is Genslinger that gets it.
So beautiful pursuit around the edge by number 5 of Oakwood football.
I don't have a number 5 on my roster.
Me either.
So we've tried to get his name earlier. It's the mysterious
I
number
believe,
5.
The announcer just said Kevin Dearman. So
I'm looking down here at the sideline, and they're taking Varnado's. They're taking Varnado's jersey off. His pads are. Everything's getting taken off of him.
PJ Varnado is done for the night.
Wood back to pass.
Colin Wood launching it downfield. One-on-one coverage.
Good no call there. A lot of contact back and forth.
And if my fingers are correct, that's the 7th overthrow tonight by Colin Wood. It's just played truly a high school quarterback game.
That was actually correction intended to Clark.
Very successful with the legs and the read option all night, but he just can't find the window. So here we go. The familiar Wood-Genslinger gun. Genslinger to Wood's left. And the read option ran again.
And he's drugged down from behind. It'll be 4th down, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 32. Actually tackled by Nick Amangero's little brother, Josh, on the play. So good hold up by the Lumberjacks, not letting that turn into something. And I think that drive is really headlined by the loss of another weapon, again, PJ Varnado.
Yeah, you can look down here on the sideline. He has his clothes off and everything.
Oh.
Why is Armachero diving for the ball?
And terrible return there by Oakwood.
But luckily they fall on it.
You need to get that guy on the bench.
Recovered by number 33 for the Lumberjacks. That is Garrett Hart.
That is ridiculous football played.
I don't see why are you diving to recover a punt?
Yeah, I bet you should have let that one go. Get out of the way. You see the trajectory. You see you can't catch it. Don't dive.
Right. That's how you end up losing the game.
So Irby comes out, very quick snap.
And he drops the ball. It's an incomplete pass.
Amangero again. He has to be shaking his head. Rough day for him.
I've only seen him complete one catch to him, maybe 2, but.
So Lumberjacks have to get something here as the momentum is starting to shift lopsided.
They called that a completion, but he dropped the ball.
That I don't think that was a completion. I'm pretty confident.
Well, they gave him a 3-yard loss, and
Irby back again. That's
going deep to Dinkler.
Oh,
heads up defense. That's Clark, and he's slow to get up.
Austin Clark, Matheson, and Varnado's replacement out there. One-on-one coverage on Dinkler.
And just like that, it's 3rd and 13.
Great plays.
Oakwood cannot sustain a drive.
Good job out of you. They have to have confidence. Get Colin Wood back out there. So tremendous depth, may I say, by Valley View secondary.
Can everybody play cornerback for the Spartans?
I guess everybody can. Get some defensive linemen out there. I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, that might go towards the offense way. Big lineman coming down the field. Irby's going to be brought down for a big sack.
That is a combination.
That's Stone Day, number 70.
And number 75, Perry Gardner. So both of the 5'9 juniors taking it upon themselves. As you can see, the MVCC replay powered by Frickers.
They're punting this from the 5 is where they'll hike it. The punter's going to be in the end zone. Look at that. He's almost on the white line.
Literally no room for error here. a tremendous defensive stand by the Valley View Spartans.
And if there's holding, it's going to be a safety. Punts up. Terrible punt. Number 32 picks it up. And he's tackled out of bounds by number 21, it looks like.
Number 32, Jarrett Lynch. Pretty solid return. About 10 or 20 yards there, give or take. And Valley View is starting to regain control of this game.
If they score on this drive, which if they don't, it's going to be a shocker. I mean, starting at the 25.
Especially with that deadly read option that gains sometimes 20 yards at a time. Valley View at 6-1 here, trying to continue.
The only thing they have that blowout loss to Franklin in week 4, 41-8.
Not very promising, especially while being in the Southwestern.
Genslinger has the ball, and Genslinger might have the end zone, and he does.
One play. Oh, and Genslinger hobbling. This is not good. Their third offensive option is limping right now.
And that's sad. The third offensive option is one of the best running backs in the league.
And Genslinger is hobbling off this field. This is not good for the Spartans at all. And if I'm Valley View fans, I have my hand over my mouth. So despite the amazing run, you can see on the MVCC replay, powered by Frickers. Oh, such a dirty play. After the play was already done, after the touchdown by Genslinger, you can see the Oakwood defensive back dragged him down straight on his left knee. So he'll limp over to the sideline, and I think they'll check him out. He does not seem to be getting any balance in that left leg.
Hopefully it's just a cramp.
They are hoping to God.
Myers extra points up and no good. So it's 35-21, 14-point lead.
So neutralizing points by Sevens again.
I wouldn't really consider that a penalty. He had a hold of him outside the end zone and continued it into the end zone.
I think it definitely files as continuing the play, but
it was a continuation of the play, and that's just how it happens in football.
Completely and utterly unnecessary, though.
Well, maybe if you could have, the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you can force a fumble out of the back of the end zone and get the ball back. You see there the Valley View student section and cheerleaders getting into it, up 14.
They're going nuts.
With 54 seconds left.
They're scoring 21 points. All in the third quarter. 52 seconds left.
52 seconds left. Valley View up 35-21.
Come out here and kick this one off.
So, see, there was no penalty. The ref picked it up. They concluded that it was a continuation of the tackle. So, Valley View will kick off from the normal.
Well, here we go. Oakwood's going to return this one, needing a spark. So here we go.
This one's
off.
off. Why would number 10 even try to jump up and get it? Another bad play.
So special teams coach scratching his head.
Charlie
should be.
Haverland somehow gets it out to the 40.
So squib by Carter Nolt.
I don't know why he jumped up. I don't know. Maybe he thought he could have had a better hand on it.
So Brian Irby, quick snap. David Joseph.
Haven't really called his name since the beginning of the.
One big run and nothing after that.
And it looks like Genslinger's up walking along the sidelines.
From my view, Colin Genslinger looks fine.
A little limp, but the way he's put his team on his back this third quarter.
I don't think it's.
I think you can afford that little limp.
He looks way better than Farnadoe and Matheson did.
Colin Wood came up to check on, make sure he's okay. Irby going across the middle of the field, and it is caught. Is that Armagero?
Tip.
No, that's Brandon.
Nope. Yep.
Brandon.
Yes, indeed. It was Nick Armagero.
First
Good
down there,
grab.
bullet across the middle, and Armagero still bobbled it and held on.
Although it was tipped, he still racked that one in. Great catch. So more compliments to Valley View's defense as they have been tipping balls all night. And I think that's a timeout.
That will be the end of the third quarter here at Mac Hummin Field. 35-21 going into the fourth and final quarter down as the Spartans lead.
And putting myself on Valley View's shoes, I am thanking God that Genslinger is not hurt as they make their deep. They look to make a deep playoff run. They're about to be 7-1.
The way they're lined up, if we could see our division or our playoff graphic, maybe they're number 2 in the Region 16, number 2 for the Dayton area, behind only Wyoming out of Cincinnati.
So score is at the beginning of the fourth quarter, 35-21.
And I mean, look at the teams that Valley View's ahead. They're ahead of Clinton Massey. They're ahead of Alter. They're ahead of Dunbar and Chaminade Julienne. Last year, Valley View wasn't even in the playoff discussion by week 4. And here, 6-1, hopefully going to 7-1 after tonight's game. Valley View looks like they could control it and have a deep run. As Joseph's run to start this fourth quarter goes up the middle, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
And that goes nowhere. So Oakwood begins this quarter down by 14, but as Valley View just showed, points can be scored in a flash.
Right.
Especially with this matchup, competitive as it is, it's never over, so that fat lady sinks. But she sure is warming up her vocal cords right now. Irby goes.
Hit as he threw, and number 6 comes up with it. I keep forgetting his name. Brandon Tailsovitsky, and another flag at the end of the play.
That'll be a flag. Looks like on.
We can find the man in the white hat.
Yup, it's going to be on Oakwood, I think.
Personal foul. It looks like it's just a personal foul. So it'll be second and.
But that is leagues back from what they are supposed to be. So flipped it around. Mental mistake on the Oakwood Lumberjacks to start this quarter.
Second and 15. No, first and 15.
The explosiveness of these Spartans have just made the difference here in the second half.
Okay, so what they do, it's first and 10. The first down will count, but it's after the play, so they'll back them up 15 yards. So it's virtually where they had the last drive or last play start.
It's not where they want to be.
Joseph gets carry at the middle, and he maybe gains 2.
A re-energized Valley View defense engulfing every run coming their way. What a flip around after halftime. And
Oakwood so far being shut out this second half.
Only had those 21 points
in the second
quarter. So they know how to stop them. They just lost track of what they were trying to achieve. I think they gained it back.
Joseph gets the pitch to the outside, and it'll be third down and about 7 here. Well, he maybe gains 3 on the play, so 3rd and 5. But Oakwood needs to be moving with a little bit more emphasis. They're down 14. They're not down 1 score.
It's a solid tackle right there. So Brian Irby is going to line back up his offense in hopes of getting something going.
Look at the separation you have between 6 right there at the bottom of your screen. And I think he's looking that way.
Oh.
And he's brought. No, he stays up. And now he goes down at midfield. And number 75, I think that's Gardifer.
75, Gardner. On the stop again. And remember, he had that half sack that forced Oakwood to punt.
From the end zone.
Yeah, for the long run by
Colin Wood. Genslinger.
Yeah, that was Genslinger that time.
4th and 10, and Oakwood's offense is on the field still.
I think they have to go for it in this case.
Right, at 4th and 10, down 14.
Ryan Irby is going to get almost engulfed, and he's going to make the pass.
He's got the first down, a gain of 15.
That is Dylan Caplet.
Yeah, number 11, Dylan Caplet.
He has been an effective slot option all game.
He's been the only person that Valley View can't cover offensive or defensively.
He's quick and little.
If Oakwood could find a way to get back in this game, you have to circle him as he's your big playmaker tonight. Not Dinkler, not Armagero.
So Brian Irby looking towards Dinkler. Nope, up the middle.
And that's Armagero, I believe. Yep, that's Armagero, number 3, Nick. And they're first and goal, I think, down to the 6.
So making up for some folly tonight is Armagero.
Watch this bullet come across your screen. Armagero, nice sliding catch there.
Shout out to the camera crew again. Great replay that time, powered by Frickers.
And Joseph gets the carry, and he gets down to the 3, it looks like. Maybe the 4. I don't think really if you're Oakwood, you don't have time to run the ball.
No.
You got to pass and pass and pass.
You have to pass. That's exactly what they need to do. That should be their game plan heading forward.
2nd and 5 from the 5. Only a gain of 1.
Matchup to watch at the top of your screen. Number 17, Connor Dinkler on Austin Clark, and that's exactly where he's
I think Irby sees it. And Irby's brought down from behind. That's Gardner again.
And the tremendous combination.
Nope, Day. Day will get the solo sack.
So Gardner in there at the end, but Stone Day.
They're the 4.
Such a good game tonight, man. Hats off to him. The 5'9", 220-pound sophomore. Junior, correct myself.
The clock's ticking. 8:10 left in this 4th quarter. And Oakwood, they still haven't come up to the huddle.
You have to press that time. To score 2 touchdowns within 8 minutes.
You've got to stop Valley View one of those times, though, too. Irby back to pass. Dinkler wide open in the end zone.
Great pass.
No, that's not Dinkler. That's number 10, it looks like. Is that Charlie Haverfield or Haverland?
That is. That is Charlie Haverland.
So Oakwood finds an end zone with 7:53 left in the 4th quarter.
So for the first time tonight, Charlie Haverland's big red zone target, 6'6", 200-pound senior, gets his first catch other than special teams.
Now foreshadowing to that kickoff. Do you onside it, or do you try to pin him deep?
And I think you just try to get any way you can to possibly stop him. I think it doesn't matter about the kickoff. It's all about that defense.
Kicks up and good by the Lumberjacks. 28-35, down 7.
Joey Furman hits the extra point, and that puts it within 7. And so here we go. Another year of this heated rivalry going to the end.
It's going to come down to the final possession. I mean, if you're Valley View, you have to watch out for that. You have to watch out for that.
So now, what do you do if you're Valley View? You have, Micah Matheson down.
Vanderdoe's
his counter,
out.
P.J. Varnado. And you have to watch the limp of Genslinger as he got checked on the sideline. And I believe he is approved to go out, as he's in the huddle. But the key player in this last drive is going to be Colin Wood. Can he step up to make those plays? And I believe if Valley View is going to win, they're going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have to throw the ball eventually. The Lumberjacks are going to be ready for that rush. Here we go. Spartans taking it. Kicked off. Here we go.
That's tailing towards the sideline, and it goes out of bounds.
And so Valley View is going to get better field position than anticipated.
Out of bounds.
So
they'll start at the 35.
Man on the white hat is on 35.
Maybe Curious George should have been wrote about the man in the white hat instead.
That'd be pretty dope.
No. Valley View wants them to re-kick.
A little unusual.
It'll back them up 5 yards, but with the returners of Austin Clark back there, I say give him a shot.
An unusual declination.
If you re-kick this, if you're Oakwood, I say attempt it onside. Make them pay for it.
Why not? But you see Valley View on your screen moving up.
I say make them pay for it. Valley View, we'll let you re-kick. Well, that could be a turnover. Butch Schneider yelling some last-minute information there to number 11, Cadet.
Oh, I think he just called that onside. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. We'll see how they react.
There's only 3 people to the bottom of the screen here.
Yep, and they're going to take it.
They're going to take he
almost bobbled, and it's bobbled, but they come down with it. That gives Valley View tremendous field position.
48-yard line. The onside kick was recovered by number 61 for the Spartans. That is Andrew Dixon.
So Colin Wood and his dangerous option partner here, Colin Genslinger, are going to come back out here and see if they can get one more explosive play. And right now they have their hammers out, and the nail is directed at the coffin.
And if they can get a few first downs, it'll end this game.
So waiting for the snap, Colin Wood. And that's outside. Colin Wood moves. Pushed out of bounds by number 32, Garrett Hart, sophomore linebacker. So solid pursuit, but Colin Wood will almost get the first down. As you can see on the MVCC replay, powered by Frickers. Fake handoff to Genslinger.
Nice movement here by the cameraman.
So good block on the outside by Van Treese. Really sealing that outside edge to get them to a 2nd and 1 position. So I believe Colin Wood might try to just fall over on this plane here. No, he's going to drop back. Quick pass outside. Lackluster coverage.
And they'll have the first down out to about the 25, maybe the 26.
So good little hitch route there by Valley View, executed perfectly for about 10 yards. So here we go. We talked about this. If Oakwood can stop the run, they can maybe get this ball back. And I think this game's going to come down to Colin Wood's arm here.
7 minutes, 15 seconds left.
The usual gun formation with Genslinger to his left. And I believe there's a flag.
Timeout, Valley View.
Nope. So timeout, perhaps a valuable timeout, as Genslinger looked to be engulfed in the Oakwood D-line. So here we go. You can cut the tension in the air with a knife. So a great game, as always. So both of us picked Valley View. Sticking with the pick, Jared?
I'm still going to stay with my pick.
And I agree with you. I think they may crank this one out. As you can see.
Nice shot of the cheerleaders there for the Valley View.
So Valley View having a lot of fun. Completely opposite from the second quarter.
Right, that second quarter turned dismal, and it looks like Valley View sort of forgot about it.
They have passed them despite the injuries. Good day for the Spartans. Even a better day if they can crank this one out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Turning opposite field and still going.
So Danny Van Treese, Devin Van Treese, the 5'9", 150-pound senior on the play. And it seems they have depth. A little bit of depth. Just a little bit.
Everywhere on this, any position, they have depth. You see here in our Frickers replay, watch Van Treese turn back upfield and cut back in. Finally brought down after 6 broken tackles.
Showing both power and finesse on that play.
1st and 10 from the 16.
At the bottom, right of your screen, you can see a one-on-one matchup.
Gunslinger gets the carry.
It's going to be Genslinger. He might get in the end zone here, and he gets in the end zone with a dive.
Refs call touchdown. So a 16-yard touchdown run there by Genslinger should be the proverbial nail in the coffin.
And the tale of two Collins. It seems a book that is binding together tonight. As this shotgun formation has worked for them in the second half.
Can you move the camera bag, please?
And don't know, Collinwood's just the holder.
So 28 to 7 run here.
Just
put on the value.
In the second half, yeah.
Let's see if they can get the extra point.
Kicks up.
That's in.
And good. Leads back up to 14 now, 41-28.
So Oakwood's chances looking bleak here.
They've got to score quick, get it onside, and score quick again. You see there the Valley View student section waving the big white ass flag.
So they're getting pumped up here for a win.
And really, Valley View moving into next week. Valley View will play at Brookville and then at home against Enon to close out the season. Oakwood, this is their senior night. They continue. Next week, Southwest Buckeye League undefeated at Franklin. They're 7-0.
So they blew out Valley View. So.
And then at Bellbrook to close the year. Bellbrook started off the year strong. They started 4-0. They're on a quick downward spiral to the bottom of the playoff standings with a 3-game losing streak.
So Valley View rightfully defends their ticket to the playoffs.
And right now, it'll be the 5th year in a row the home team has not won in this rivalry.
I got to say, Jared, this game isn't over until it is over. Any given Sunday, any given Saturday, any given Friday, anything can happen.
And that ball goes out of bounds. No, it doesn't go out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Is that a safety? I think they may call that down at the 1.
His forward progress stopped at the 1. So you got 99 yards to go here for the Lumberjacks.
So what a tremendous kick. And that is a perfect display. A special team, so beautiful. Makes me a little emotional, Jared.
There is a flag on the field, though.
And I believe... I don't think he meant to throw that flag. I think he thought it was going to go out of bounds. So false flag there. Special team's so good it deceived the ref.
1st and 10 from the 1.
Irby's going to try to pound it up the middle. He will go absolutely nowhere.
Maybe gets out to the 2.
6 minutes and 20 seconds left here on the clock. Ticking down.
Yep, 2nd and 9, gain of 1. This is not where you wanted to start a 2-minute drill at the 1.
Yeah, you really need to score quickly here. 6'6", 6'5", 6'4", and you're down at the 2-yard line.
You got to love the banter back and forth between the two high schools. Student section. Well, there's a big hole there for Joseph.
So David Joseph, tremendous run.
Pulls him out of the end zone. First down run.
Yep, he's gonna move the chains there. So giving Oakwood seniors a little hope on their night. See if Valley View can do what was expected of them. So a 6-1. The Spartans were before this game, and Lumberjacks coming in 2-5.
Irby's pass out to Armiger. Oh no, that's Dinkler, and he'll second down about 3 yards short.
And how about Connor Dinkler? Thought he was going to get started in the second quarter. We thought it was going to be a Matheson versus Dinkler. I thought he was going to lose the matchup personally. Then you just keep throwing corners at him. And how about this Valley View secondary? Just depth.
Next man up is how you play high school football, and that's what the Spartans have done so far tonight. The pass is caught. That looks like, is that Dinkler? Dinkler once again, first down.
And you know what? Hats off to all 3 cornerbacks that treated Dinkler tonight with a little coverage. A combination of Micah Matheson, P.J. Varnado, Austin Clark.
I don't know if Matheson ever actually got to play any defense. I think he was hurt on that second play. Irby back to pass, rolling to his left. Hit as he throws, and I don't know where that was intended to.
I think he was going to get that.
And Irby's not getting up.
Brian Irby is down.
Let's see if who's Oakwood's backup quarterback.
The junior quarterback has been so tremendous all
looks
season.
like
Is grabbing his ribs.
We got Tommy Looney, Jake
No, I
Sargent.
think that's a hand injury right there.
He's up. He has to come out for at least one play since he was the injured student.
Something happened with Irby. I don't know what, but he is going out.
If we could see the replay, I think Armagero kept going up the field, and it looked like he was supposed to cut across the middle right there at about the 30.
All right,
so another bad route there run by Armagero, and he really, let's see who took over. Looks like 16. That's Jack Armstrong taking over the quarterback duty for this play. And he hands it to Joseph.
It's Caplet.
And Caplet will have the third down. Third down, but out of bounds will stop the clock.
Looking more bleak by the second for Oakwood. So Valley View.
Third and 5.
With more time going by, their playoff hopes just keep getting risen.
And that goes nowhere up the middle. It'll be fourth down.
Third down, actually. Oh, okay. Miscue on the change there.
No, well, the scoreboard's not staying up to date with the chains.
Here we go.
Fourth and 5. This should be the ball game right here. Oakwood's chances lying on this 5-yard play. Irby's back in. Irby going deep to Dinkler, and Dinkler comes down with it.
Oh, my goodness.
Irby to Dinkler for about 40 yards down the middle of the field. And
So
Dinkler with an acrobatic catch in the air.
Maybe I spoke too soon. Dinkler getting that great catch. And I think that crosses the threshold of 100, I would say.
It should. He's had 2 catches like that before that.
So we go Irby behind gun, no huddle offense.
It has to be no huddle for the rest
Deep
of the way.
again.
To number
Deep
6.
again.
Number 6 almost comes down with it after the few tips.
Good coverage there by Valley View.
Do it again.
Almost a huge play.
Do that play one more time.
They could very well easily make this a game in an instant. So,
second 10, 4:08 left from the 36. It's touchdown or nothing, or it's end zone or nothing here for the Lumberjacks as they got to find it twice.
They have to punch it in here with the deep pass.
Irby pass. I think it was a free play.
Armangiro drops it. Open drop.
I think it was
Flag
a free
anyways.
play.
Nick Armangiro among the seniors that will be playing their last game at home here.
Yeah, here at Mac Hummons Stadium. It's against the Lumberjacks, so that'll back them up 10, so it'll be second and
So false start anyways.
15.
But still such a bad drop for such a reliable player. He has been dreadful tonight on senior night. I think this one might haunt him for years to come.
Second and 15 from the 42. 4:03 left in the ball game.
So
Irby,
drop back.
bullet across the middle, and it's intercepted by 14. That is,
Austin Napier on the interception. The junior comes up big, and that might just be the nail in the coffin.
I believe that one should punch it final. Valley View just has to hold on to the ball.
Colin Wood should close this one out here.
And now it looks like Austin Napier's on the ground, slow to get up.
So only play really made tonight by Napier, a backup defensive back. Perhaps only in the game because of the losses of Barnardo and Matheson, and now he appears to be down on the play. Don't believe I could see who that is from the angle of the camera.
Tonight's MVCC High School Football Game of the Week, powered by Frickers, is being recorded by the Miami Valley Communications Council, media students from Kettering, Fairmont, and Centerville High Schools. Go to our website, mvcc.net now, to find a schedule for rebroadcasts of the game. And while you're there, also check out other cool features such as class information, staff bios, and information about what MVCC really does to make sure you get the best viewing experience. Go to mvcc.social to find us all over social media. Follow us for updates all season long and join in on the conversation using the hashtag MVCC_net. Each week we will be choosing someone at the game who uses our hashtag to be our fan of the week, who will win some cool prizes. But you can't win unless you use the hashtag MVCC_net. Good to see Napier walk off under his own power there.
Definitely. He is a junior that probably gets some playing time next year.
But with 3:53 left, with Valley View having the ball, this looks like it'll be it for the Oakwood Lumberjacks. And with this,
Are they already going into kneeling formation?
well, Colin Wood's not out there. That's number 5, the backup quarterback.
Maybe perhaps just running it there. Yep. Still
I'll
in
even-
rushing formation.
Oh, he's breaking tackles.
And
Genslinger.
so Colin Wood not out there, but Colin Genslinger is, and he let everybody know on that run. I think if not already,
And I think that's going to be Genslinger's closing call play, as it looks like he's going to enter or exit the game one last time. Look at the elusiveness and tackle breaking ability there, and now it's just a foot race up the end zone, pushed out of bounds by Trevitsky. Now it almost looks like they're in victory formation.
yeah, I know that's how it looked last time too. But I guess that's just their running. Yeah.
Pitch goes out to the outside.
Oh,
He better hold on to that ball.
almost a fumble.
That's 23. What's his name? Danny.
Devin Van
Devin.
Treese. So very good pursuit around the edge, and by senior linebacker Jacob Frisbee of Oakwood. Almost stripped there.
And looking at these playoff standings, if Wyoming somehow could lose tonight, Valley View should take over number 1. They would have 18.9 points, and Wyoming would have only 18.2. So Valley View could be actually looking at the number 1 seed here in the playoffs.
Valley View could be number 1 seed after this game, indeed.
Double hand around, and it looks like Clark gets the ball. Clark's looking for the touchdown, and he's pushed down the bounds. It looks like the 22. He had a hole there for a second. See here in our Frickers replay. Watch this double hand around, and Clark, he had the blocking out in front momentarily.
He was pushed down behind after he lost balance a little bit on the cutback, but still a solid run. And a player that has been surprisingly quiet all night, Valley View defensive end Connor Smith, tied for second in sacks, has done mutually nothing, left to work up to Stone Day.
I think they've left whatever side he's lined up to, they've ran the opposite way, not really giving him a chance to get in this game. Van Treese gets the carry there.
Van Treese pulled down by Frisbee.
Timeout, Oakwood.
There's not too much to call a timeout for at this point. I think they're just trying to get some of their seniors in.
Yeah, get the seniors in one last time here at Mac Hummin Field.
And I think this just about diminishes Oakwood's playoff hopes.
Yeah, with this loss, Oakwood would be eliminated. They do not have the ability to come to get the necessary 15 points.
And one of the greatest second half turnarounds I've seen all season by Valley View Spartans. Such tremendous spirit, and someone harshly criticized by me in the first half, Colin Wood taking adversity straight to the chin. They had just thrown a punch right back.
And, well, it looks like Colin Wood's coming back into the game.
So, yeah, Colin Wood
and Colin Genslinger back into the game.
So Genslinger and Wood will come out, perhaps to score another touchdown. See what happens here. So Austin Clark will take it.
Clark keeps it. I don't understand why Wood wouldn't fake the handoff. Look, he was over there to the left side all by himself. If previewing our MVCC game of the week next week, it is the Centerville Elks against the Fairmont Firebirds, our big spirit chain game. That's always a good battle between the charities of the two schools, but here over the last few years, it's actually become a more intense game.
Very, very heated rivalry.
And really with how bad both teams are doing so far this year, Centerville, they picked up their win tonight, beating Northmont 24-23 on their senior night. So they're 3-4. And then Fairmont lost to Wayne tonight 35-0, so they're 1-7. 1-6.
Very enticing matchup there, as Centerville not lived up to expectations as of past years.
No, I mean Rodney Roberts, he came in, inherited a great team and went 10-0 his first year. He gets bounced in the first round of the playoffs by the number 16 seed in Lakota West.
So
then last year he goes 5-5, and this year he might get 500.
There we go, Colin Wood.
To the end zone. I don't think that would have been an interception if he would have held on. I think it bounced off the ground.
So the usually reliable Austin Clark missed that play. And
I think that's why he plays special teams more. He's not really out there to catch the ball.
Austin Clark, speaking of him, he was the one who kicked the hell out of that pendulum, sent it the other way of momentum, and ever since then, the Spartans have been flying high.
Yeah, he tied it up at 28 or 21 apiece.
Actually, no, they went for that 2-point.
No, that's right, they missed. Or no, that they 29-21.
Genslinger to Huey.
Right.
To pass. So we'll see what Wood and Genslinger do here.
4th and 15. I didn't realize that.
Doesn't really matter.
Nope, let's just get, Genslinger. Genslinger dancing around. And he'll be drugged down. That'll stop the clock, 2:05.
So Irby and the Lumberjacks will come back out here. And not much to play for here. Got 2:05 left in the fourth.
2:05, you got to score a touchdown on this play and get an onside kick to even have a chance.
A touchdown per minute. In between, there has to be an onside kick. So with the explosiveness of Irby to Dinkler, I'd say one touchdown is possible, but the onside kick doesn't seem very likely.
Irby, that's 11. That's
Caplet.
He has the first down. Oakwood better be up on the line. Get your lineman up there.
If not tripped, he could have gone at least past the 50 there.
Chains are moving. Oakwood's line set. Don't spike it. You're set already.
So very quick feet by Caplet, as he has all night.
Irby back to pass. Irby dump it off the middle of the field. Incomplete.
So good movement in the pocket there by Irby, but
intended to Dinkler.
The middle of the field, it was way too low. Perhaps pushed out by the pressure, and he looked like he really felt it. So Irby comes back out again.
2nd and 10. I want to see that man right there get a pick. I want to see Austin Clark get a pick. 6 gets the catch. That's Travinsky, and he has the first down.
Oh, he just gave up trying to say his real name.
I think it's Travinsky. I don't know. We'll go with that. A minute 42. Chains are set now. Irby rolling to the right.
Oh.
Dinkler catch. Pushed out of bounds. Or no, that's Caplet. Or number 11. I've heard the announcers say 4 or 5 different names.
Jared Bergstrom, not a good one for names here.
Shut up. Not all of us have an easy last name like you, Allen.
So here we go. Irby going to try to line up and get something going again after the pass. Dump off to Caplet, goes out of bounds.
Bullet to the middle of the field. Oh, that was behind him. That was behind him all the way.
Bad pass. But that'll stop the clock. Owe me a soda.
I bought you one already tonight.
Well, looks like you caught up with your deficit.
No. So now I'm 2 in the hole. Irby has to get it towards the sideline more.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
That's Armagero, and he has the first down and maybe out of bounds.
Definitely out of bounds.
Why did Oakwood not do this or the rest of the night? Granted, Valley View's just playing, it looks like, lax coverage.
This kind of drive would have helped very much a lot earlier, perhaps in the 9-minute, 8-minute mark where they actually had a chance to
go into the end zone. Incomplete. You seen that replay. It's so cold out here, the players' breaths are being able to be seen now.
I can see my own, actually, Jared. Shorts aren't looking like that good of an idea at this point.
I told you to wear a coat.
Here we go. Oakwood comes out again. So Irby will come out. Shotgun center. Garrett Spikes, the senior.
Irby going to the sideline, and it looks like Dinkler incomplete.
Nope. Knocked out Dinkler, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. And with every incomplete pass, every second that ticks by, this game just gets more out of reach. You have 1:08 to put up a score, an onside kick, and then another score.
A lot to happen in 68 seconds. But if they could score right here. A drop there by Caplet.
And Dylan Caplet.
That'll be 4th down.
And this is literally the game right here. If Valley View gets it back, they're just going to kneel it out.
This is the last chance for Oakwood. 4th and 10 from the 25.
And Brian Irby, it seems, has tried everything he can.
His receivers are, some of the incompletions are his fault, but some of them the receivers are dropping. Bullet to the across the middle, and he has the catch. Armagero down to the 5, it looks like.
I would use a timeout there. Doesn't look like they're going to move the timeout at all.
1st and 10 to the 4. The chains don't need to be set. It's just the line of scrimmage. So you need to score right now.
So 57 seconds.
Irby, end zone, target.
And it'll be down at the 1. So definitely
timeout.
need to keep
Take the
these things
timeout.
moving.
If you're Oakwood, take the timeout.
You have 2 timeouts left, and I think that's what they're going to do. Yep.
Oakwood takes its final timeout.
That'll be timeout Oakwood.
Why did you not take it 10 seconds sooner?
45 seconds left.
Why did they wait 10 seconds to call the timeout?
I couldn't tell you if I tried, Jared. So here we go. Each second ticking by. Spartan sideline getting used to victory.
Student section getting all up, getting ready to celebrate a big win over a good rival.
So not sure how Wyoming performed tonight, but as you said, this could very well push them to the number 1 seed.
Right, if Wyoming somehow loses tonight and Valley View holds on to win, Valley View will be in 1st place overall in Division 4 Region 16. Joseph's carry at the middle is a touchdown.
And that'll give Oakwood a little hope to hold on to.
34.
They still need an onside kick and
a
a march
touch-
down the field and for another touchdown.
Right, a lot has to happen here in the next 2 plays.
And I think they'll go for the 2-point here.
I wouldn't go for the 2 points here. I say you go for the extra point here, and if you get the onside kick and touchdown, then you go for the win. As number 1 is on to kick for the extra point, that is Johnny Kraft, and his extra point is good. So 43.7 seconds left, an onside kick looming. Oakwood still has a chance after all of that.
So nicely put together drive by Irby and his weapons. So you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Everybody on the field knows what's coming.
An onside kick's coming.
Now it's a matter of execution. Oakwood, this is out of, I say it's out of Oakwood's hands. They have to rely on someone on the Spartans varsity squad to make a mistake. Any given Friday. So here we go. The very much anticipated onside kick, and they are information for it too. 10 light up within the first.
It has to get to the 50. You can see
5 on the 50, 5 on the 40.
And 1 back at the 30. If you want to look at which side you want to kick it to, towards the top only has 2.
Joey Fearman. An onside kick.
It's at the 50.
Oh!
Oakwood has it! There's a chance! Oakwood has it!
Oh my goodness, Jared! This is a game again! Third year in a row!
Third year in a row, Oakwood has a chance to try and win the game.
And this stadium is in awe!
Watch this onside kick. It goes right to the 50, and they jump up and miss it.
Beautiful execution by Oakwood special teams.
If one of our cameras can get a spin around and look at this Valley View sideline, it is completely oblivious. It's shocked. I mean, with 2 minutes left, you thought this game was over. Up 14. Now you're only up 7.
Brian Irby leads his seniors back out there.
Armagero and Dinkler need to step it up big time. Irby has the first down.
Oh my goodness. To the 30.
He's out to the 30. The clock stops to set the chains. You have to have your offensive line ready to spike the ball.
Tremendous game here.
That was number 6, Caplet.
Irby is putting on a show.
33 seconds and counting. Irby back to pass.
He gets outside the pocket. Great pass there, getting out of bounds.
Get out of bounds.
That's Dinkler.
That's Dinkler. 25.8 seconds is where it stops.
His favorite person to hit today, Dinkler, and perhaps the battered secondary being a result.
Right now, I mean, they played a good 3 quarters, well, basically 4 quarters. But the final 30 seconds here.
Irby getting outside the pocket. Zoom.
That's number 6. He has the first down.
So they're gonna take a few seconds out to move the change. They have a few seconds to get back to the line.
20 seconds left.
Let's see if Oakwood can do this. Both sidelines starting to get frantic.
You can hear the noise. It's deafening. Irby rolling to his right.
Caplet, can he get out of bounds?
He did not get out of bounds.
8 seconds left. He has to spike this one.
They have to get it
5.
in to set it. 4, 3, 2. Spike it. Hold on.
6 seconds left.
0.6 seconds left. There's a chance.
Oh my goodness. Oakwood has one more play to win it all.
Oakwood. The clock stops with 0.006.
I gotta say, any given Friday, Jared. Any given Friday. These lights do not disappoint.
Timeout, Valley View. Valley View calls a timeout.
And we have one heck of a game down here in Oakwood tonight.
3 straight years, this is going to be probably one of our best games of the year.
And Brian Irby, if he gets this play, he is going to be held up by all of the seniors. This is senior night, but it's looking like Irby night right now.
If he could find a way to get in the end zone, it will be Irby night.
And I'm going to predict it's going to go to Caplet here. They haven't been able to cover him all night, and that middle has been very vulnerable, worried about Armangaro and Dinkler on the outside.
It's 1st and 10 from the 6, or 2nd and 10 from the 16.
Another person to watch out. Is he on the field? I don't think he is. Number 10, Haverland. Does not look like he's
I did not
there.
see Haverland out there. But there you go. You have Caplet in the slot. Nobody's on him for 5 yards.
This is the game. One play.
It cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Irby
back to pass. He has the
Oh my
touchdown.
goodness. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Irby.
Oakwood scores a touchdown to tie it.
Senior Nick Armandero has failed all night. And what a spectacle here.
What do? Go for the win or send it to overtime?
I think I think that's up to the seniors to decide. This is their night.
Their night.
Armengaro holding him up. And I think they're going to take the extra point here.
Oakwood's going for the win. Irby's coming onto the field.
Oakwood is going for the 2-point conversion.
Look at Armengaro. He's out there by himself.
And this atmosphere
Timeout Valley View.
going nuts. They are going nuts. And this sideline is shocked. Valley View just doesn't know what to believe anymore. What just happened? What
I have
just
no idea.
happened? They put the nail in the coffin. They didn't think.
They didn't shut it, I guess.
I guess. Zombies. Still an explanation. What a game. Oh my good. We are witnessing something amazing tonight. Third year in a row, this gets your adrenaline pumping. Oakwood's going to go for the win here.
Oakwood's still going for the win.
So back-to-back weeks on MVCC.
2-point conversion scored with the possibility.
So here we go. Irby in the gun for it all. Drops back. Beams it. And that's going to Valley View. And the game's going to Valley View. As you can hear, their section is going insane. The field is rated by Spartans in white. Nothing to be said here about NMAC Humming. What an amazing game for both sides. Heartbreaker on Oakwood's side.
The seniors at Oakwood, but what a way to hold off your Valley
Can't be
View.
ashamed. You cannot be ashamed of that. Nick Armengaro making up for his mishaps. Such a good game play.
It was a great game all around. Oakwood, 2 touchdowns in about a minute and a half. They got the onside kick. Everything went their way that last possession, except the 2-point conversion. Maybe if we could see a replay of the 2-point conversion, it looked like it was tipped,
Valley View
and it just
is
harmlessly
going
fell to
nuts.
the ground.
Valley View is just going insane. The student section, as you can see on your screen, they are jumping, waving flags, and screaming that S.
42-41 will be your final. Oakwood or Valley View holds on to win.
So nothing but smiles on the visitor side of the field. And this team, Collinwood, fighting back from the adversity. The loss of 2 of their most valuable player.
And they still hold on to win. And really an offensive onslaught. 83 points scored in this game. If you would have told me that, I would have thought it may have been 63-20 in Valley View's favor with the domination they've had all year. But there it is. Spartans win 42-41 here at Lumberjacks.
Paid the price for it.
So tune in next week as the Centerville Elks will take on the Fairmount Firebirds down at Roush Stadium in Kettering, Ohio. Signing off with Jared Bergstrom and Jeff Allen. We'll see you next week.
Hello, folks.